Hello, welcome back. This is Jacob and today we are going to be continuing the Let's Play for Reverse 1999. So then, last time we finished off a side story that for all intents and purposes should have been a main story, aka Last Evenings on Earth, and today we're going to be jumping into this newest patch that just came live with a flowing feast. And yeah, we're doing this right now before it goes away, but you guys also told me that there are no spoilers here for where I am right now in the main story, so I'm even more excited that I don't need to wait for this thing to go into the reflection menu and everything. And yeah, I'm also excited to learn or get the confirmation on who the woman there and the playable character, for that matter, that is currently the limited character on the banner is, because her name might be Beryl, but for some reason I can hear a duck somewhere in the distance. I can hear the duck very clearly. Oh yeah, you guys also told me to potentially record myself while I log in after the patch goes live. I did so. The video will be inserted into today's episode, but I will do so at the end of today's episode, because at the beginning of this episode I will be inserting that other little thing I recorded, which is the 5-day login little prep little story thing. Called Paname something. I can't remember the full name from the top of my head right now, but that will be right before we begin with the story. But I did record my reaction to the login. I don't know if you all will get the, reaction out of me that you were expecting. I mean, if the reaction was supposed to be about Beryl, I did already see her as the playable character. I still don't know who she actually is. But that crystal made me think. I wasn't really paying attention to the crystal originally when I saw her art. I mean, she was literally for a couple of days already as well in promotional material. I don't watch trailers, but look, I see the splash art for an event that is kind of unavoidable, and also the login launcher for the startup launcher for the game on PC. Yeah, I have a dang feeling that this is a certain boa niche. But we'll see in a bit. But first, Last Evenings on Earth. So yeah, that story definitely sets the table for a lot of things. Again, I don't know what is coming in the future stories, outside of what I saw from, or picked up from the theming of the environments for the next couple of chapters of the story, but I'm curious, because Last Evenings definitely set up a lot of things, and yeah, definitely like you guys said, and as I was noticing as I was playing through it, it just so feels like it should have been like a main story chapter, and potentially it got scrapped or something and just put into a side story. Really weird decision if that's the case. Probably wasn't probably wasn't the case, but who knows? At the end of the day, who knows what happened and why so much lore importance and prep for whatever is to come in the story was right there. Like, my god. But a couple of things you guys pointed out to me and reminded me about as well. For example, Ulrich, while yeah, he does have a character story in that patch, he wasn't playable until a couple of patches later. I forgot that, quite honestly, that he came quite later. I don't know why I was thinking that he was with that patch. But yeah, it's very, very, very interesting. Also, I do have a very quick question while we're on that topic, so let me just hop into the reflection. So this thing is now in here, of course, and usually it's just 2 character things in here. The 2 character stories as per usual. Obviously, Ulrich being here and having a character story before he's even playable is a weird thing, but fine. Barcarola is normal. Now, Fatutu, I was aware of her having an anecdote, of course, and I was kind of thinking that is her character story, so what is this? So someone just give me like a brief of what the hell this is. Is this just a minigame? Because from the title of Nukutaeo Building Paradise, this just seems like a minigame. If that's the case, I might pair that up with Barcarola's story when I do that in the future and finish it in one single episode. Outside of that, we're gonna do these stories once I'm done with the current patch story and I think Beryl is the first. Yeah, Beryl. Well, obviously she's pullable. Beryl is the first character story. So when we're done with that, we're gonna jump into here and complete these 3, I guess. I'm really confused with with this last one. Anyway, back to the new story. So yeah, that aside, there was a couple of other things as well that you guys brought up and reminded me about. The other one was the Club 27 thing, and that was already brought up during the little post-chapter story in Chapter 7, where Apple was asking to keep an eye on Regulus because of the Club 27 thing and her obsession with it. To that, all I'm gonna say is, and I saw that also said in the comments of the last episode, is yeah, Blue Book raising the death flag for Regulus twice so far is concerning. I sincerely hope they're doing like a poetic thing where they're gonna be like, oh yeah, when she gets to the age of 27, she won't end her life, but she will, I don't know, poetically kill her pirate and rock obsession persona, and maybe, or DJ obsessed persona, and maybe she will dedicate her life to science and research. I would sincerely hope that is the case, because the other thing is very morbid and I don't like the thought. Please no. But yeah, as also one of you brought up, and it's also very noticeable. It's pretty much the reason why I like her, because I do know that there are people who find Regulus a bit annoying because of her behavior and everything. I saw not on my videos, but I did see comments here and there about her. But in general, people enjoy her. I enjoy her personally. Personally, she reminds me of a character that I always liked from way back when I started watching Bleach. Like at the beginning of that series, you get introduced to a character who is a shop owner by the name of Urahara Kisuke. And he pretty much has this persona like Regulus, where it's mostly goofs and jokes and making fun of someone or teasing someone. Like Urahara's main objective at the beginning just seems to be like taking the piss out of Ichigo and making him pissed off just to bait reactions. But yeah, just like Regulus, he has like this seriousness to it, to his person, and yeah, the last evenings on Earth just served as a pretty big reminder that yeah, when it comes to research and science, when she flips the switch and is like in this scientific mindset, nothing's stopping her. She's very different as a person in that whole aspect, and I do enjoy that very massively about her personality. Like really makes me enjoy the character quite a lot. Outside of that, she really has the big potential of actually putting everybody in danger with her antics when it's not down to science. But anyway, speaking of the comments, on the last episode, XG417 said, "That ending cutscene always gets me. It's not just the fact that they're singing together that's getting me, it's the fact that they're all singing different songs, sung in different languages and coming from different cultures, yet all were heartfelt and carries with its melodies a longing for home. It's true what they say, music is a universal language." Truly is, yeah. A beautiful ending to a beautiful event. Like others, I really thought this shouldn't have been a side event, but such was one of 2.x's problems with most of its events being tied to the main story. It was kind of difficult to recommend R1999 to people during that period, that's for sure. By the time I commented here, Last Evenings on Earth is now on Recollections, but along with the patches, Character Stories is Ulrich's event from the depths of space as well, which I think is just as important. It might as well be his character story before he was even released. I'm sure it's been relayed to you by now in previous videos, but you should also take a look at that when you have the time. It's not tied to where you are in the main story like Last Evenings was, so it can be done at any time. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm gonna do it when we are done here with A Flowing Feast and the character story for Beryl. But yeah, people brought to my attention that Ulrich's story is very interesting. So I mean, it's gonna happen regardless. But yeah, what you also said, music being a universal language. Yeah, people can vibe with music very well, despite not speaking the same language. I mean, why would we be listening to like songs that are, you know, not in our native tongues and we don't even speak the language? Like, I like listening to Japanese, you know, songs and stuff, especially mostly because I watch a shit ton of anime, but so I'm infected by that stuff. But they're good songs and they're good vibes. I can't speak the language. I barely understand a couple of words here and there, but they're great songs. They really pull you in. What can I say? And also what you said about the different songs from the people singing there. Yeah, that bit got me as well. When they started singing, I just went mum. I just shut the hell up. I was even hesitating in that first sentence. I don't know if it's if you can feel it, like partially hesitant and kind of trembling slightly in the voice, because emotional at that moment when the narration text appeared on screen. I was actively debating in my head not to say anything and just let the whole thing play out. But I saw narration text, and you know, when I see it, like a switch just flips in my head. I have to talk. But yeah, that was a very beautiful, very beautiful song, is all I can say. And yeah, that story really should have been a main story. Oh, and yeah, what you said as well about it was hard to recommend people during the 2.x series of patches the game because of so many side stuff being tied to the main story. I get that, trust me, I get that very much. As a enjoyer of the Legend of Hero games that are completely linear outside of 4 games that are kind of overlapping each other in timeline, but everything is linear from start to finish, and or where we are right now at least. And it's really hard to recommend someone, you know, you want to tell them, look, it would be best to start from the beginning. Honestly, now with the remake, I can actually recommend it because it's a fresh game. But it's really hard to tell people, like, yeah, you should start from the beginning to get the full context, but honestly, sometimes you just have to bite into the sour apple and tell people, look, start wherever you want, but at least start with this knowledge. And in the case of the Legend of Hero games, I can at least say, look, jump into wherever you want, but at least remember this. Pick a part 1. Pick a part 1 of a story arc. Don't pick like, oh, the newest game is now called Horizons, that literally came out the other day. And I would never tell a person like, yeah, sure, go and play this one. It's always a thing you need to remind the person, yeah, look, there's been a shit ton of games. Jump from a starting point. Jump with a new crew in and you're gonna be fine. But yeah, despite the fact that it's probably hard to recommend it to people because they're gonna miss out on a lot of context when it comes to stuff like this, just recommend a game. Just give them the knowledge that, look, there's gonna be a ton of side story you might be missing out on, but when it gets re-added into the game, just go and play it then and see what you missed out on. Better to get a person in and on the hook than not to do anything, right? But anyway, XG, thank you very much for that comment. Alright, with that, let's do that little pre-recording thing that I did, and then we're gonna jump into today's story and continue onwards and see where we get. Salut Paname. Day 1, Dazzling Paris. Right, the next patch, or rather considering where this recording is gonna be in, this patch is taking place, I guess, mostly in Paris. Let's see. Welcome to the City of Light. Excellent taste. This shop you've stopped by is none other than the Kabbalah Parlor of Crystals, the proud gem of Paris. What defines classical style? What embodies aristocratic grace? Kabbalah was personally appointed by Louis XV, and they've been crafting fine crystal and glassware for nobles for over 170 years. Ever since its debut at the World Expo, its creations have been nearly impossible to obtain. but those days of exclusivity are long gone. Now, if you're willing to pay, there's little you can't take home. Crystalware is all the rage these days, and many new shops have popped up in Paris. Some fakes are so good, you'd hardly tell the difference. If you happen to need a guide with a sharp eye, look no further. A friendly Parisian driver at your service. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Day 2. The bell still rings. Today's stop, Notre Dame Cathedral. Okay. Ever since the Hunchback of Notre Dame was published, countless visitors come each year to admire this centuries-old monument. You've come at the right time, because some of the walls and statues have started to crumble. A few more years and it may close for repairs. Half of Parisians want it restored exactly as before, while the younger Dadaists, okay, that's a name, I guess, are calling for modern design elements. Let them argue. The people of the present always hear the bells of the present, even if the sound comes from a bell forged 100 years ago. Yeah, that's funny. This also reminds me of how the is it a cathedral as well? I can't remember. The one in the German city of Köln is is always under repairs because of the material that the church was made out of. So it's technically never over. The other day I heard a very interesting phrase. Apparently that the population of Köln says about the cathedral there, because it's continuously being worked on and the work never stops. Essentially, there is a phrase that says, "When the work on this cathedral is gonna be done, then the world will end." That's a bit of a dark joke, but very, very funny. Because yeah, it never ends. But yeah, I guess Notre Dame is kind of like in the same, or pretty much every single one of these old churches, very old churches and very intricately designed ones and cathedrals. I mean, the cathedral here in Croatia, in Zagreb is also in the capital, is also kind of being continuously worked on. That thing is also very intricate. But anyway, day 3. The pinnacle of art. The Louvre houses 3 women who haunt the dreams of the entire world. Do you know who they are? Oh, I think I know who they are. But also want to say, was that in Paris very recently that happened, or or rather last year in 2025? Or was that in London? I can't remember. The heist where just these idiots came by with a small vehicle with a retractable ladder and posed as working crew and just entered, took some art and then ran like it was nothing. That is probably one of the funniest thefts I've heard about in a while, especially in a museum. Anyway, of course, Venus, the Winged Victory, and Mona Lisa. Venus, the Winged Victory, and Mona Lisa. Finding them isn't easy, especially now with tourists crowding every hall and cars filling the royal courtyard. Yes, the very spot where you just got dropped off. Also, I want to point out, I never knew that until I saw pictures a couple of years ago. Like actual pictures from the Mona Lisa with people around it. How small that actual real picture is. Because online you will obviously always see like a giant portrait of this thing, but I implore everybody who wants to see how small that thing is, look up pictures with people actually standing in front of it and taking pictures of the Mona Lisa. That picture is so freaking small, but it's a very good one. The curators are considering renovating the plaza, though no plans being set. Maybe one day a glass pyramid will rise here, who knows? Haha, very cheeky. But if we're talking architecture, Keep an eye on the upcoming World Expo. Knowing us French, I doubt they've even started construction yet. This is a very cheeky sentence. Maybe a glass pyramid will be there one day. Maybe. Who knows? Alright, day 4. Paris in the Scale of the Dead. If you ask me... Oh god, I'm probably not gonna be able to pronounce this, whatever this is. Pere? That's probably wrong. Pere Lachaise? Maybe? I don't know. Cemetery is Paris's second pantheon. Founded by Napoleon I, it now holds a host of historical greats. Many reinterred? Okay, many re-entered here from elsewhere. Not just generals and statesmen, but artists and thinkers alike. Molière, La Fontaine, Balzac, Proust, Weil, Chopin, Bizet, Comte, Fourier, the list goes on. The Commonards? The Commonards wall also stands here. See? It's workers' March season, and every day mourners come to lay flowers. So many that they seem to bloom right from the stone. Still, I advise against joining the crowd. It's quite the sight, but not without risk. Okay. Oh god, this patch is just gonna be full of so many French words that I cannot say. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Anyway, oh god, continuing with that. Stratford on Rue the Odéon? The Odéon? Something like that, I guess. Ugh. I am so sorry to anybody who speaks French. This is gonna be a nightmare patch for you listening to me. If you're a lover of books, you must stop by Shakespeare and Company. This is the birthplace of Ulysses, a novel I can't make heads or tails of, but it certainly shook the literary world. From 12 Rue de Odéon, its fame spread across the globe. Rumor has it that Hemingway himself used to smuggle a copy in his coat pocket, and now some shady fellows at customs seem to be imitating him. Sadly, the shop's struggling these days. Monsieur Guide is hosting readings and fundraisers to keep it alive. If you'd like, you could help support the cause for the love of books and the art of publishing. Interesting. Interesting little thing, which is pretty much just a guide of Paris. Very funny. Very funny. I'm looking forward to this patch, because this seems very interesting, and from the little bits and pieces that I've picked up from you guys, and I'm sure I already probably said it at some point, either in this episode that you're watching or the previous one even, that this patch seems to be interesting, and that you guys have already kind of hinted at that it's a pretty big one when it comes to story as well. Pretty much like Last Evenings on Earth, kind of same category. So yeah, very interesting. But anyway, back to the regular scheduled program. All right, I do love that this 5-day login thing was literally just tourist tour of Paris. Very funny. By the way, I will apologize in advance for mispronouncing so much French stuff in this. There's gonna be probably a ton of French words. Look, not my strong suit. I am sorry. I am sorry for any mispronunciations. Anyway, let's hop in. Okay, well, this is a beginning. Uh-huh. Huh, interesting. This one doesn't tell me... Ooh, whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay, I'm vibing with this. Ooh, okay. I see some, I think I see some venues we're gonna be visiting. Some prismatic light down here. Uh-huh. Well, this is interesting. Also, the catacombs. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna be visiting the mass gravesite with all those skulls below Paris. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Okay. Can I view anything in here? I can. 17. Actually, good question. Good question right now when I'm looking at this, because unlocking hard mode doesn't tell me right now, unless it will later. How many of these are there? There's definitely not 17. It's probably like 20, 19, 20, probably. Just asking, so I have an idea of this. Let's see. The French Express. Oh wow, this is a different style. This is definitely a different style. I kind of like this. Hurry, the prophecies need to be delivered before they come to fruition. Okay, who the hell are these two? The lady in that at least looks more distinct than the guy. The guy looks like he has just a normal little sprite. Ooh, nice. The French Express. Street, Paris.
Must we really sit here, Adele? I have had quite enough. Strikes and traffic everywhere. Ah, bon oui. This isn't Versailles, madame. The streets in Le Marais are always a tight squeeze. Besides, we're almost there. I believe the salon should be right above us, in one of these buildings. The traffic might thin once we're near Place des Vosges.
The streets were never the problem, ma chère. Perhaps you'd prefer a client that lets you drive on the Boulevard de Saint-Germain-des-Prés instead? Now, did you bring what I asked?
What was that? Saint-Germain-des-Prés? Whatever. Good God. The faint clicking of metal reveals the driver's effort.
What? It survived all the bumps.
I know what you'll say, Madame Felicienne, but I must ask again.
Okay, I was looking at the menu and was looking at the woman in the back. I was thinking to myself, this can't be... Kind of in the small sprite looked almost like a Kania. I was like, can't be a Kania. Not with the hair color and everything. Would be funny if they put her there with like purple. Purple is all the colors. Okay. Okay.
Do we really need to carry these pastries around with us?
Not at all, provided you ensure there's always a la durée around the corner.
If only that were in my power, madame. Oh look, we're here! And with time to spare. Great, no need to rush.
But now she's used to her employer's temperament and knows exactly how to calm her down.
I'll be sure to make some adjustments before tomorrow. Maybe stop by the Champs-Élysées and get those macarons you like before picking you up?
That would do nicely. Now, shall we go in? You worked hard to find that shortcut. Let's not squander our timeliness.
The remark gives the very driver just enough motivation. She closes the door and spins around with a proud flourish.
See? Just like I said from the start. Je connais Paris comme ma poche.
Oh god, I know Paris like the back of my hand. There's gonna be a lot of French in here. And yes, I know, we're in Paris.
Thou art the kingdom, and the power, and the glory.
Okay.
Forever. Amen.
Amen. What? Divination salon? Soft smoke fills the chamber, tinged with frankincense. Tinged with frankincense, myrrh, and iris root. Gathered onlookers hold their breath in silence, all eyes fixed on the woman in the center. She murmurs under her breath as she produces a simple wand, half white and half black, tracing pentagrams in each cardinal direction as she throws open her arms.
Before me, Raphael. Behind me, Gabrielle. At my right hand, Michael. At my left hand, Oriel.
Good God, the godiness on this outfit. I'm honestly... I don't know if this woman is a fraud or not, but she has so many like trinkets just to immediately tell you, yeah, sure, I'm someone who can divine with a crystal ball. That's a bit of an overkill.
Before me flames the pentagram. Behind me shines the six-rayed star.
Her deep voice trails off, and the burning incense flares bright like a guiding star in the dim room.
Shown to me, this I see. The whirlwind in the north, the giant cloud, and the blazing flames. Through the stifling cloud comes light. A piercing flame, a manifestation of divine wisdom.
Her fingers almost look like they could belong to a xenomorph. Sorry.
And what, madame? What do you see? Do you...
4 angels have answered, and 4 aids given, so that I may glimpse the secrets of the archive of imagery.
Okay, I will be shocked if this woman is not a fraud.
Your husband is nowhere to be seen. Yet, his shadow lingers still in the house.
Yes! Yes! How did you know that? Sometimes I feel his presence. I see him in that khaki coat.
The woman rushes forward, gripping tightly at the edge of the divination table.
Madame, s'il vous plaît. What's happened to him? How do I bring him home?
The elf frowns. She lowers her voice into a whisper that blends into the other murmurs in the room.
Poor woman. Sounds like her husband's gone missing. Just one of who knows how many others that have lost someone lately. You know, my friend in the police told me there hasn't been any progress on these cases. If only it were as easy as all this. What do you think should tell her?
Okay. So we're dealing with a lot of missing cases of people? Okay.
That it's a curse, a demonic possession, or some such nonsense. That's the usual prattle anyway.
The diviner gives a small nod to the pleading woman and turns to face her audience.
He is bound by a curse, held fast in the claws of a monstrosity, a beast born of no mortal womb, a foul creature of darkness, nurtured by the shadows that cloak this city. The old order has been shattered, yet there has been nothing to take its place. We are without shelter, and the beasts are circling, sniffing, coveting our troubled souls.
Sure, madam, sure.
They have awakened from their centuries-long slumber, bringing torment upon us. We have called them forth. We have set loose this horror, the beasts of Gévaudan.
An ominous pall falls over the room at the sound of its name, like the boo has been broken. The murmurs stop, breath stops. The pause holds tension like a breaking dam until gasps pierce through one by one.
So that's what those rumblings were. The shadows have returned.
Maybe that's what happened to my missing workers.
Ah, bravo, madame. It's a curse, just as you said. The same old rubbish.
Literally someone who is probably just fear-mongering people into buying something from her. This is literally the all times shtick that you can find anywhere online now, with anybody fear-mongering on I don't know, YouTube Shorts or TikToks. Hey, have you seen this? Scary. You should buy my supplements.
If curses were half as powerful as people think, my family and I would have been snuffed out long ago.
You said it.
Spare me the morbid talk, would you?
How would I ever get around without my driver?
She throws out the remark, then turns a sharp glance at the diviner on stage.
I cannot expel the beast. It is beyond my power.
Ma'am, I don't even think you have power.
But I do have some means to sap its strength.
Her apprentice steps up at once, holding out several small items. Yup, here we go. Ooh, purple candles, nice. A crystal etched with a strange symbol, ink. White candles and a strip of black silk. I don't know if that symbol tells me anything, I'll be quite honest. Looks interesting. Looks like a guy that is doing a punch forward.
Our world mirrors the one above, bound in its reflection. All things find their place in the great chain of being. Sometimes, powers may be drawn from those higher along the chain. From Saturn, I ask for knowledge and insight. And with its power, I offer you this pendulum. Keep it close, and your husband will find his way home.
How much? Only your life insurance.
Merci. Merci, madame. There are no words.
Oh shit, I can't remember how she... How did she say the name at the beginning? I don't want to mispronounce the name. Hold on. Where was it? She said her name somewhere in one breath. Oh, here.
I know what you'll say, Madame Felicienne.
Felicienne, okay. Felicienne's patience lasts only long enough to hear that much. She rises silently, and Adele follows close behind.
I was hoping to hear some insights on arcane study, or at least some decent gossip. Had I known it was just some poseur selling tired old charms, I wouldn't have bothered.
I like her already.
There are still plenty of places in Paris worth a visit. If you're in the mood for fashion, there's the Galerie Lafayette Haussmann. Or for antiques and curiosities, we might try Le Marché aux Puces de Saint-Ouen. Something to take your mind off this, performance.
I like her design. She's the other playable character, right? She's a mini dragon! I like dragons. Okay. I like her design a lot. The crowd surges forward, eager for answers, though a few, like them, slip quietly out from the scene. Though it seems unlikely anyone would notice, Adele still lowers her voice.
Perhaps next time we could go with Mai.
Your hours are paid for. You'll take me wherever I like.
Damn. That's an attitude.
As you say, Madame, I shouldn't overstep.
Her usual approach is anything but foolproof. Felicienne stops mid-step, giving her a half smile.
These cheap stunts are just a harmless little diversion. Besides, I believe I'm not the only one who's taken an interest. How have you been finding Dogme et Rituel de la Haute Magie?
Ah! How did you know about that? I'm just reading it for fun.
Oh, some book?
Fun, is it? And what about those red squiggles you've circled around every entry about generational curses?
Ooh, interesting.
How on? Did you go through my things? Oh, come on, tell me!
Their small commotion draws just enough attention to catch the diviner's eye.
Madame, please, stay just a moment longer.
Oh god, no, is she gonna try and grift her now?
I see clouds and chains around
Oh
you.
god, she is.
The bonds of one led astray, shackled by fixation. I might offer some clarity.
Does any of you guys watch Mini Minuteman and him taking the archaeology conspiracy grifters apart? Can we get Milo Rossi in here? I need someone to take this woman apart right now. Anyway.
Come closer so that I may
Verbally,
see
of
you
course.
better.
Only as every eye in the room turns to their way does Adele realize she's talking to one of them.
Felicien, I think she's talking to you.
I'm speaking to you, madame. No need to look about. Please come forward.
Me?
She looks at Felicien, who, now quietly, suddenly intrigued by the scene, nudges her driver forward.
Yes, you, Adele. Well, don't just stand there. Go on. Sure, what's what?
Oh god. She's very mischievous.
Bien.
Feeling the weight of the gawking crowd, she stands across from the diviner and reaches for the pendulum on the table.
Forgive me, madame, but I have no interest in divination. And I didn't come here for any advice, either. Frankly, I find it difficult to watch you take advantage of all these people.
She lifts the crystal and holds it up to the candlelight.
Excellent clarity. Smooth to the touch. A fine crystal at first glance.
Is it gonna be just sugar glass or something?
But there's something else. The evenness of its hue and that flawless sheen. Nothing is ever this perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever do you mean? But
Let's put it through a little test, shall we?
A small dragon pokes its head out from the sleeve as if on cue.
Par le feu est purifié.
By fire, what is false is purged. Flames flicker, yet the woman feels no heat, though the once beautiful crystal has been rendered into dull, broken shards. Nice. The little dragon climbs nimbly onto Adele's shoulder and tilts its head to receive a gentle pat of approval. Oh. Okay.
Bravo, Fefe.
Fefe? The crowd stirs and Adele catches a few gasps of awe with satisfaction.
what have you done to my crystal?
She shattered glass.
Please, allow me to explain. My name is Adele Tavernier. Have you heard of us before? Les Taverniers? Famed jewel hunters? The arcane skill I just used has been performed by my family for generations. We've recovered and examined all manner of treasures, including the Bourbon's own French blue. Fire holds a certain power to reveal the true nature of what it touches. Through fire, we discern falsehood from truth.
Ew. That was cool.
Sadly, madame, your crystal failed the test. It holds no wisdom of Saturn, nor any power from the so-called chain of being. But luckily, we exposed it before the coin left your hand. N'est-ce pas?
This...
The lady's gaze darts between the diviner and Adele before she bolts off the stage. Adele turns toward the dumbfounded diviner.
And you, madame, have given a lovely performance, I have to say. It's almost a shame to bring it to an end. Ah, if only you hadn't tried to deceive your client with that fake crystal. Things might have gone quite differently, no? My arcane skill would have spoken volumes about your integrity.
She shrugs toward the audience, each face in the crowd falling somewhere on a spectrum between starstruck and stupefied. Until at last applause bursts out. Felicien claps eagerly along with them. Adele gives her an all-good gesture and smiles. Felicien replies with a brisk turn of her head.
This is close enough. Close enough for me to clearly see the shadow upon you.
Oh boy, she's still going.
Pardon?
She looks toward the diviner and meets those unblinking eyes staring straight at her.
A Tavernier girl, the youngest and brightest, brimming with vitality.
The diviner leans forward. The space between them closes too fast. A chill runs down Adele's spine.
The fated one has stepped onto her path. Twice will she collide with destiny. Once risen, once descended. For a fate left vacant now shall be fulfilled.
Huh?
You...
The call must be answered. Walk with the wise, but beware their words. Beware the gaping abyss of death. What lies below shall reflect what lies above. One shall ascend, but all must be paid. All must return. All must restore.
Oh, did something take her over? Oh, shit. The hell is that?
Beast! Need help! Someone! Fetch a doctor! Madame, can you hear me?
Why can't she breathe?
Holy shit.
Are we in danger?
Wait,
Oh,
is she
hi.
smiling?
Yes, might be her doing. What the hell? Alright. Also, huh? What is happening right now? Ah, oh, you need to go fully out to see these, huh? Also, starting with a
It was
conch.
2 years
Oh.
ago. Or 16 years hence. Depending on which chronicle you follow.
Getting spooked by by this? Okay, I was not expecting these in a side story to have voice acting. I'll be quite honest. Okay.
To me, it was as vivid as yesterday. But to young minds like yours, it seemed a kind of chaos unheard of.
Is this a new voice for the conch now? Are we like in a post-storm situation yet again? Huh.
We should start from the beginning. With the war coming to an end, France faced countless possibilities. Its people, weary yet filled with hope, longed for lasting peace. The economy flourished for a time, and people from all walks of life came to France. Still, the impacts of war inevitably surfaced. As the wartime factories closed, people struggled to survive. Their hardships gave rise to new demands. And before long, Paris became a swirl of competing ideas.
If this is a new conch voice after another storm, that's interesting. So we went from an old lady, from a gruff dude to an old lady to a war veteran of sorts, and now it's a younger sounding lady. Okay. Anyway, and just how is this connected to your story? A story about this taxi driver, I presume? How is this connected to your story?
That very much depends on your perspective. If your only interest is in the story itself, not the context, you might think it irrelevant.
Interesting answer.
But I believe context matters. It keeps you from being thrown off by the details. That said, neither the economy nor society is our chief concern today. What I share with you now is a story. Hearsay, really.
Sounds like this story doesn't have the happiest of endings.
It ends, as all stories must. Whether that end is a happy one, you will soon find out.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. Huh. Innocent Bystanders. Deny involvement all you like, you're still in the thick of it. Mm-hmm.
Please, follow the officer outside and leave your contact details before you go.
Damn, the police officers are getting also full on sprites. Nice. The shocked crowd file out like panned sheep. bleeding and chattering with each step.
I doubt I'll get any sleep tonight after that sight.
I told you we shouldn't have come. Nothing good ever comes of fortune telling.
What could explain all that? Hysteria? A disease, perhaps?
Cthulhu looking through you through a crystal ball feels like your brain not comprehending what it sees and going absolutely apeshit.
It's possible. You know, Fabio and Franco told me their neighbors started ranting about fighting alongside Cardinal Richelieu. Next thing you know, the man's leapt out the window riding a broom. Still in the hospital, I hear.
But remember what she said earlier? Maybe what she saw was her own killer.
Huh.
You mean the beasts of Givaudan?
Fear and a trace of hidden excitement creeps onto every guest's face. The century-old legend casts its terrifying shadow once again.
Monsieur Dom, we will begin our investigation immediately. In the meantime, we ask that you not spread any rumors. There's no cause for panic as of now.
The murmurs fade, but the officer's words have done little to calm them. The crowd disperses, leaving behind a few key witnesses.
This isn't going to get pinned on me, is it? I didn't even touch her. You'll testify for me, won't you, Felicien? Felicien?
Where is she? Adele turns back to find her employer pacing around the corpse, eyes gleaming with curiosity.
Our so-called prophet failed to see her own demise. Well, if this isn't an interesting twist.
I wonder who this Felicien is outside of being someone of probably some noble or important descent and probably in the money.
What are you doing? Get over here before they scold you for disturbing a crime scene.
She sighs inwardly, and her employer's at her employer's whims, relieved the nearby officer isn't paying attention.
Not these beasts of Givaudan again.
Again? What do you mean, Benjamin?
Oh, she knows the guy personally? She's fortunate to have found a familiar face among the arriving officers.
It's just a rumor, and a wild one at that. Yet somehow it spread to every corner of Berry.
Well, this explains why this guy got a model, if he knows Adele.
There have been a number of sightings of these so-called beasts. But by the time we arrive at the scene, there isn't so much as a trace left of them. Not even a hair. The whole world's gone mad. Street crime is on the rise. And the last case we asked you for help with identification on... well, that was completely...
Oh, the last case. He presses his hand to his temple, giving it a soft rub.
As if we don't have enough to deal with. Half the city's on strike, and every day there's some new trouble. Whether from the factories or out on the streets. I envy you, Adele. How simple it must be to sit behind the wheel all day and show visitors around.
Oh, sure, simple.
Well... it comes with its own set of problems.
Yeah. Adele glances toward Felicien. She seems to have lost interest in the corpse and is now intent on examining a chair in the corner.
Knew you'd say that.
The officer pulls out a notebook and pen. When he looks up again, he adopts his best attempt at a professional tone.
Allons-y. There are some questions we need you to answer. You know how these things go. I trust you know this is strictly procedure. You were the person closest to the victim at the time of death. So please, Adele, answer with care.
Allez-y. Ask away, officer.
The evidence has been cleared away. The coroner examines the body with visible concern. The diviner's death is gruesome indeed. Is it? How gruesome was it? She had like a panic attack and then died? The hell else happened to her?
Blue lips, dilated pupils, clenched fists, and a stiffened spine. The coroner will have his say, I'm sure, but it looks like extreme shock to me.
Yeah, almost like rigor mortis immediately set in, but just her body going stiff from the panic and the shock that happened. Okay.
Extreme shock? but
What were the circumstances of the event? Anything unusual?
the Madame offered to read my fate, but halfway through she started acting strange, staring at me and mumbling things. She said something about a beast and then collapsed to the floor.
So she was reading your fortune, saw a beast of Gévaudan, and it... what? Scared her to death?
It sounds ridiculous, I know, Benjamin, but it's what I saw.
They exchange a glance. The officer's pen hesitates, weighing how much of the madness is worth writing down. Finally, he closes the notebook with a resigned look.
D'accord. Thanks for your help, Adele. I suppose it's about time we tied all these cases concerning the beast together. But it's strange, no? How could creatures from a folktale more than a century old be doing all this here and now?
Yeah.
This has to be more than a passing fad. Paris, hell, the entire country, has been gripped by all sorts of rumors. The streets are growing more volatile by the day.
You're right. There are always people who will try to take advantage of these situations. Like this poor fortune teller. I bet she heard some tales about my family and thought she could scam me with a sensational prophecy about my not-so-rosy fate.
I mean, she literally attempted that at the beginning, and then something something from beyond the veil peeked at her.
Doomed to die on a quest for hidden jewels. Seems the Madame didn't know that you're the furthest thing from a treasure hunter. It's hardly a secret that the Taverniers have a habit of meeting an unfortunate end.
Far from it. Which is why I didn't believe her for a moment. The Tavernier curse? Please. It's just a story made up to dramatize the legends of my ancestors.
I'm gonna assume that this dramatic story around her family comes from, if they are treasure hunters, they probably go to dangerous places and then, you know, accident happens, they die. And someone jokingly started to call it a curse, and then it became much more than a joke, and now people just believe that it's a thing. I'm just gonna presume that that is it.
From my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather,
Good God.
who died after bringing the French blue from India, down to my great-grandfather, who died chasing jewelry stolen from France during the Revolution. Call it a curse if you like, a mystical power, fate, coincidence, whatever the words. The plain and dull truth is that hunting jewels is a dangerous line of work, no?
Literally what I just said.
That it is. While we're on the topic, how are your parents doing? I recall you said they were still in the family business.
Out on some quest again. I couldn't even hazard a guess as to where they are now. They move around so often. But they have sent letters. Living life to the fullest, as far as I can tell.
The officer exhales a relief. In relief.
Glad to hear it. Maybe I should envy them instead. Traveling the world like that, much better than being stuck in a police station. And you? Don't you ever think of joining them on the hunt?
My parents and I are different, to say the least. I don't share their obsession with shiny stones. A simple, comfortable life. That's all I want. No glittering ambitions, no fancy things. Just a job that pays the bills, fills my belly, and lets me get a good night's sleep at the end of the day. Why anyone would want to think so hard every day is beyond me.
That's a pretty solid dream to have.
In fact, this job was the first thing I saw when I opened the advertisements page. Why not? I thought. Suits me better than treasure seeking ever will.
I would expect nothing less.
He nods and slips the notebook back into his pocket.
Va bien. I believe we have all we need from you. Please, don't worry, Adele. I see neither motive nor means for you to do her harm. You're all clear. But we'll get in touch if we need anything else. Oh, forgive me. Another question. Was there anything else that seemed suspicious? Anything that stood out to you?
there's a very sexy lady in the background who was looking very mischievously at me. What?
No, nothing really. Oh, wait.
Yeah?
There was a woman. I don't know if she's involved, but there was something odd about her. It happened so fast, but still, while everyone else was too stunned to do anything, she sat there and smiled.
And quacked.
She smiled. Do you recall what this woman looked like?
Adele recounts the events as they happened. After hearing her out, the officer's professional demeanor cracks a little.
That's Madame Beryl Pulls.
Hey!
Anyone else? On the Crystal Parlor on Rue de la Paix. She's a diviner too.
Hey! It is Boaniche! Okay, so the mom is playable. Alright, funny.
She's the one who reported the case to us. Our officers have already spoken with her.
She reported the case?
Alright. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Oh, Matilda. Anyway. What's this? Oh, what the hell is this? Under the mask, a masquerade ball is taking place in Montmartre. It lacks a clear theme, but a mask is required for entry. So you pick up a polished silver mask with a polite smile, a rough wooden mask carved with totem motifs, an animal mask adorned with multicolored feathers, a lifelike paper mask painted to match your face. Wow. Okay, every single one of them is probably gonna have a meaning, I would say. A lifelike one painted to match your face? That is funny. Also creepy. I'm gonna go with the standard, a polished silver mask with a polite smile. Everyone must appear proper. Oh. Okay, so... Is that... Oh. Oh, can I look at the other ones? Oh, I cannot. Okay, for a second I thought, Oh yeah, by the way, I was noticing this symbol for a while now. What is the Triforce doing here? Link? Okay, this was interesting. Whatever this is, I don't know. I feel like this was the psychological test that I was filling out here. Whatever. Anything on the big map? Probably not. Nope. Okay. Encounter Etiquette. Ever try telling a curious creature not to knock your cup off the table? Yes. Cats don't care. Cats do not care. Inside a taxi. I see tiny little crystals on the review mirror. I like the embroidery just over the seat. Good God, I don't think I've ever sat down in a vehicle where in the front seat it was just one giant like couch for both the driver and I guess the and the passenger. That feels kind of weird. I don't know why. Anyway, the engine starts churning into a rhythmic patter as the black taxi moves forward. A chime sways in the taxi, a gift from her parents.
Well, I suppose that's that. No mysterious murderer, just another diviner. Benjamin said they spoke to her already and cleared her of any suspicion.
Cleared? I wouldn't be so quick to believe that.
Also, considering Boaniche's in here, are we gonna have anyone from the Foundation that we know in this story? I do wonder right now. Unless the story is gonna completely follow these two and Matilda's mom. We'll see, I guess. I'm kinda curious right now if anybody else is gonna appear at some point.
Beryl Pulls. She hides herself well, that one.
The passenger pops a pastry into her mouth, chewing with a mix of irritation and thought.
Do you know her, madame?
Adele glances over in surprise. She's never seen Felicienne look so displeased.
This box is empty. Was that the last macaron?
Of course not. I got another box, just for you.
She maintains an absolute sense of professionalism while taking out a neatly wrapped box from beside her seat.
Ah, it seems my expectations have been surpassed, low as they were.
Damn! The sass.
C'est tellement délicieux.
Ah, I must say, you seem to really have a sweet tooth.
The soft crunch of Felicienne biting into a pastry makes Adele strangely tense. She grips the wheel, forcing herself to focus on the road ahead.
So, Beryl Pulls, where is she now? Did your little policeman say anything?
He said she's running a crystal parlor on Rue de la Paix.
Turn around. I should like to pay her a visit.
A familiar, commanding tone comes from the passenger seat. Fortunately, by now Adele has learned how to handle it.
Now? I don't know, Felicienne. It's nearly the end of the day. I'm meeting a friend tonight. I told you that.
Then you can tell your friend to meet you at Rue de la Paix.
This woman. A sharp glare follows the words, audible without even looking at her. I'll say at least this. Despite the fact that she's very commanding and is telling her, so what if you're meeting a friend? At least she didn't say, like, just ditch the friend. She said, like, just tell the friend to meet you there. That is at least something.
I'll double your pay for the evening. Turn us around. Take whichever route you like.
Damn. Also, she's kind of nervously plucking at her necktie.
But...
Or with anger, I guess.
Ah, fine. Triple? No? 10 times then.
Jesus Christ.
10 times?
Adele struggles against the temptation, but weighs it against what she read in the pamphlets the strikers have been passing around. Don't be swayed by money alone. Workers need rest.
No, Felicienne. I really can't. Celia's always busy these days. I barely get to see her. She's all wrapped up in this parapsychology thing. I haven't seen her in so long. I don't want to cancel on her. We'll go to Rue de la Paix tomorrow. I promise.
You live a terribly tedious life, Adele Tavernier.
Felicienne narrows her eyes with acute displeasure. But before she can speak, she jerks forward from the passenger seat.
Wait! Look! That's her!
Oh?
What? Who?
The judge.
Vertin Pulls! Just there! Turn! Now!
Let go! I can turn the wheel, my...
Adele's car skids in a long arc before finally stopping while the oncoming vehicle veers into a streetlight. Why do almost all these stories with cars have car crashes?
Merde! Have you lost your mind?
The driver climbs out, furious, pointing at Adele as his shouting makes the windows rattle.
Huh? I'm speaking to you! Out of the car, now!
Felicienne, this one is on you. Okay, calming down. I'm just waiting for them.
What are you staring at? You heard the man. Get out!
We'll settle this later.
Good God. Pushing open the door, Adele silently praises her own quick reflexes. The crash isn't too severe. There's no sign of anyone like Beryl Pulls on the street. The whole thing just feels like another stroke of bad luck on the drive home.
What was she thinking? Grabbing the wheel like that. Never imagined my first crash would be like this.
She rubs her forehead and steels herself to face the fuming young man nearby.
I'm terribly sorry, monsieur. I was distracted.
Sorry? Do you even have the slightest clue what sort of damage you've caused?
Damn! Random guy getting getting a model as well? God, the bags under his eyes are terrible.
We can't afford to lose time here. The nation is calling to us.
Oh, is he a protester? He slams his fist against his own car. The already dented trunk lets out a hollow, miserable groan as the crowd thickens.
Huh? The nation? Is that a strike slogan? Or do you mean you have urgent business to tend to?
Our one true leader has returned. The Emperor has landed at Gauche-Juin. He will bring glory to France once more.
Whoa. Okay, he's under something.
He's riding to Paris with only a few hundred soldiers at his side. Our Emperor is too distant from his people. We must go to him.
The Emperor? Gauche-Juin? What on earth are you talking about?
The man's stern face makes it clear he isn't joking. Adele stares at him at a loss for words. But her silence seems to be taken another way.
Oh, I see. You've sided with the Bourbons, haven't you? You're another one of the king's stooges.
Oh boy.
The son of Austerlitz calls to me. I will not be stopped.
Whoa. From what time period did you pick those up? Okay. What is with the old-timey stuff coming suddenly back to everybody's mind? Agitated driver, literally the thing the person I'm fighting, huh? A typical driver. Typical! It's best to keep a cool head when you're behind the wheel. You say that text in game, but or whoever wrote that, but do you know how many people change their demeanor when they're driving? Indiscriminate rage, very nice. Hammered that car, nice. The loudest journey behind the wheel. Uh-huh.
Je prierai pour vous. Won't be fooled.
Viva la Emperor, the free... Oh, what is this music? Why does it have such a funky tone? I like it. The free men of Paris will never be defeated by the likes of you. Hey, I'm a free woman of Paris too. I'm on your side. Lies. You're nothing but a lapdog of the aristocracy, a blight on our society, a parasite to all of France. I think you need to calm down, monsieur.
Listen, I say taking a...
Oh shit, I forgot.
Only a choice. This.
I forgot. Well...
Close your eyes.
Well, he won't survive anyway.
Very well.
Single bullet. Come on, just attack. There we go.
Now is the time for repentance.
Yep.
Can I give everyone a ride on my back?
Ooh, the finish for the song. Ooh, that was good.
Let me be. I must go to the Emperor.
Monsieur, calm yourself. Someone help me, please.
With help from the bystanders, Adele manages to pull the driver down from the roof, though the commotion draws even more onlookers.
Aye. Another poor fellow lost in delusion.
Careful, don't get too close. He's talking gibberish. The 100 days ended over 100 years ago.
Okay, so from...
Someone, get him to the hospital. He needs help.
He's pulling names from somewhere in the 1800s.
Does anyone know this man? I really need to go. I have to see someone.
She looks at her scratched up car and the indifferent lady inside, feeling a twinge of helplessness. Just then the crowd parts as several men in scholarly attire push their way forward.
Oh, my God! I'm terribly sorry for all the trouble he's caused, mademoiselle. He's my student. Please, allow me to cover the damages. Would you mind leaving me your address? I'll take care of the rest.
Well, this is a lucky coincidence, considering that technically Technically, Adele and Feliciane caused the accident, but, you know, you take it. A man in his 40s finally makes it through, wiping sweat from his brow with a handkerchief, his face full of apology. Several young people follow behind him, students led by a girl Adele immediately recognizes.
Celia!
Ah, I was thinking, yeah, her friend.
Adele? Goodness, are you hurt?
Will you get a model? She rushes over, checking that Adele and the driver are safe before stepping back and introducing the others.
This is Professor Rosso, the one I told you about.
She gets a model.
This is my friend Adele. She's who I was going to see this evening.
Celia finishes her introductions, patting her friend's shoulder in relief.
Thank goodness you stopped him, Adele. Who knows what might have happened otherwise?
Yes, you acted both quickly and rightly, mademoiselle.
Oh damn, you also get a model. Okay, nice. I was I was thinking if they're just gonna leave it at a unique looking portrait. Faced with unexpected thanks, Adele scratches her head, trying to shift the topic back to the still babbling driver.
What's wrong with him?
It's a long story. He's been acting strange for weeks. So, when he didn't turn up this morning, we went to his home to check on him. The door was open and it was a total mess.
Poor boy. Such potential. But then, perhaps I pushed him too hard.
The man cuts Celia off, shaking his head, guilt written all over his face.
I shan't keep you, ladies. Celia, go with your friend. I'll deal with all this.
But...
Please, Celia, put this behind you and enjoy your evening. But be sure to join me for tomorrow's fieldwork.
She glances at Adele, then accepts her teacher's offer. After helping the poor man away, the crowd gradually disperses as night falls over the street.
how's your car? I know the professor said he'd cover it.
Pas mal. Just a dent on the bumper. It was a bit of a fright, but I'm fine now. Ah! Wait! Sorry, Celia, I need to...
Yeah, you need to drive someone home first. The whirlwind of events leaves Adele dizzy. She finally regains her sense and runs toward her... Oh, it's a Peugeot. Peugeot 201 parked nearby.
Feliciane's still in the car? I'll have to take her back to the hotel. She's not going to be happy after I left her like that.
You have more Macrons?
Feliciane? Huh?
Oh, did she disappear? Did she wrote this in lipstick? Oh my god, this woman. The passenger seat is vacant, replaced by a line of bright red words scrawled across the window. Tomorrow, Rue de how did they say that final part of the name? Pae? Something. I have to hear it again.
Is that lipstick?
Yup. Adele pulls out a handkerchief to wipe the writing from the glass, but despite her scrubbing, it barely fades. Yup, lipstick. Yeah, that is hard to get off stuff.
First, she grabs the wheel, crashing my car, might I add. And then she has the cheek to scribble on the window. Ugh. She's paying for a foot clean, I swear it.
Are you certain you're all right?
She's fine, just pissed. Her friend walks over, peeking curiously through the window. Adele waves it off, refusing to let this small incident ruin their long-awaited dinner.
I'm fine. So, shall we eat at that spot near the Seine again? Or are you feeling adventurous tonight? You said you couldn't stand the campus cafes anymore. So tonight, ma chérie, you choose the food.
Really? I suppose if I could have anything. You know, what I'm really missing is some good own cooking.
She starts counting on her fingers, reciting a whole list of dishes.
Onion soup, gratin dauphinoise, maybe a bit of cheese for a small fondue.
Oh, and I just bought a bottle of cider. What do you think? You simply have to come over and see my place now. I cleaned the whole thing. Balcony, too. I came over to ask you for help, but you weren't home.
Home cooking it is. Hop in.
In perfect sync, the two circle to opposite sides of the Peugeot 201 and open the doors at once. Are we gonna make this into a bit where we call the car continuously Peugeot 201? Can we just call it Peugeot? Or is it gonna matter if the number suddenly changes? That would be actually funny.
Buckle up to home.
Alright, two things at once. Let's see. What's this first? Another one of these, huh? Before a shop window on the... Oh my god, how do you say this? Champs-Élysées? I don't know. You stop for a long time, so long you don't notice the sky changing. What you're staring at is a smoking pipe cut clean in half, a Klein blue gown flowing with black liquid. Oh, an astronomical clock with its hands reversed. A restored illustration of ancient critters. I'm gonna go with the gown in black liquid and blue. You have to admit its impeccable taste. Outside of the black liquid, look, I said this before, the manus do have drip. Okay, that was interesting. So, conch?
I was running a crystal parlor in Paris back then.
Oh, actually, wait. I said this earlier, or rather, I thought this earlier that this might be like a new conch voice, but this might be just Beryl talking through these? Maybe?
People came for all sorts of products. From ordinary crystal ornaments to the enchanted ones. I had them all. I recognized a few of my customers in your suitcase.
Oh, okay. Okay, directly. I was thinking it earlier if the voice is talking considering this is a voice conch, if the voice is talking directly at Vertin. But yeah, seems to be the case, considering suitcase is being mentioned. But
many came seeking something I never put on the shelf. Prophecy.
I can imagine who wouldn't want to know their future, so you sold prophecies too then. Let's go with the first one.
But our path through Fate's garden is already set. No prophecy can change where it leads. And I dislike putting a price on things that have no use. So, I made myself a promise. That only those I trusted would get a glimpse of what lies ahead of them. A gift. Nothing more.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting.
To my surprise, it did something unexpected for my business. Word spread, and I recovered my investment soon enough.
Huh. I'm not surprised.
Nor was I. Few things in life have ever surprised me, and this was much the same.
Interesting. This is interesting. They're doing a conch thing where the conch is, I'm guessing, Beryl. Huh. Very curious. Unconscious hunting. At any given time, somewhere, somehow, someone is dreaming. No shit. Okay. Let's see. Normal stage, story only. Okay. Interrogation room? What is happening? Interrogation room!
The Tavernier curse. Every member of your family is destined to hunt endlessly for treasure until they meet their end. Pass through blood relation, usually to the relative closest to them.
Oh, I just realized who is doing the interrogation. Hold on. Hold the phone. Vigils? Hi. Hi. Now you have my attention.
You don't believe in this so-called curse, do you, Miss Tavernier? Or should I call you Broom?
Broom? Ooh. The interview room is coldly silent except the faint whir of the recording camera. Every word of the young woman's statement is captured by the microphone, preserved as cold signals on magnetic tape.
Given how things have turned out, it isn't as easy as a yes or no. Don't you think?
She gives a helpless smile, looking down at her palms.
But say it is true. Then what of it? We're all going to die, no? One day I'll die searching for treasure. But before then, I'll live as I see fit. I don't plan on wasting away my days in fear.
She pauses briefly.
The ending may be written, but that doesn't mean I want to follow the story word for word. That's what I told Sissy as we were driving to her place. And now, looking back, maybe that's when it all began.
Uh-oh. 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 What happened to the little glasses girl? Celia's home. Uh-oh.
So good. This gratin is the best. How'd you get so much flavor out of a simple potato?
You like it then? It's just ordinary home cooking, really. Maybe it's finally time you started doing it yourself.
Well,
I like cooking.
Papa didn't exactly teach me much in the art. He'd just pop open a tin can and say, "Be grateful. When you're in the jungle, this is a luxury."
Men. But no, really, I do like cooking. It's just so time consuming.
But he never took me to the jungle. He never even let me leave Paris. I still haven't been anywhere.
Oh, okay. I mean, many people don't leave their home city for years, especially if it's a giant place where you have everything at your disposal, like a literal capital city where you're in. Celia smiles and shakes her head. She grabs the empty plate to scoop her friend another serving of potatoes.
You can only blame yourself, Adele. You are the one adamant about not becoming a hunter.
Of course, because I don't want my life planned out like a stage play. And don't pretend you didn't have a part in this. You're the one who picked the page number in the advertisements.
Celia can't argue, so she pours 2 more spoonfuls of stew over the mash, stacking it high into a little mountain and sliding it in front of Adele.
Sharp as ever. Since we're on the subject, how is work going? Any interesting fairs lately?
There was one thing. Not sure if I would call it interesting, though. Peculiar, perhaps?
She bites down on her spoon, trying to recall the scene from earlier. The diviner's expression is still vivid in her mind.
I was at a diviner's salon, and the host... I don't know, I think she was trying to scam me. She started rambling about all these strange things that would happen. Things that sounded a lot like the Tavernier curse. And then she... well... she died.
Died?
Celia's eyes widen, her fork clinking unconsciously against the plate.
Then the police came, and I suppose the case is still under investigation. Anyway, you know what I think of those diviners. They're not exactly people you should take seriously.
Then why were you there?
Not by choice. that's for certain. One of my clients was interested. Madame Felicienne. She always gets these sudden whims and insists on having everything done just as she pleases. I wouldn't have crashed my car if she hadn't... Bah, forget it. How's university life?
Celia doesn't answer Adele's question. Instead, she catches on to her words.
She's a long-term client, then. Can't say you've mentioned her before. Or maybe I've been spending too much time on campus, n'est-ce pas?
Uh-oh, former girlfriend is, is jealous of the new one?
What do you think? I swear, this little one might forget you completely if you spend any more time hidden away in your books.
The tiny creature on Adele's shoulder lets out something like a protest, prompting Celia to playfully pat its head.
Oh, I know better than that. This sweet little thing was summoned by your family's incantation. As long as you remember, he remembers. Such a fascinating creature, the tutelary. He sees every corner of your psyche, memory and sensation, even your unconscious thoughts.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Here comes Cici with another one of her academic lectures. Is this what you're studying these days?
Yes. Professor Roseau has found new inspiration in a Swiss psychologist's theories. He's pushing for some new breakthrough. The whole research team's working on it. We've already seen some early progress.
That, collecting brain thing?
Collective unconscious, probably.
Collective unconscious.
Yee, we persona now, bitch! Sorry. She adjusts her glasses with academic rigor and opens her notebook. Her poor student senses... her poor student senses troubled.
D'accord. I won't forget it again.
Says the one who invents a new name for it every time. But it's even more complex than you think, Adele, and very important. It may even help us make Paris a better city. Imagine the minds of people like islands, each floating on their own, and the collective unconscious as the water that links them all. This is Jung's idea of the collective unconscious, a psychic space shared by all of humanity. Human aggression, whether it be war, class conflict, or tensions between humans and Arcanists, has always been a constant. It's like the tides affecting the shared ocean between us. We build on our islands, but inevitably the tide will reclaim them.
The eager scholar closes her notes, fixing Adele with an expectant look, waiting for her response.
Maybe this guy's onto something. We're all fighting for our place in these troubled times. But I don't understand what's unconscious about it. Are you saying that deep down we're all war-hungry maniacs?
Certainly not. But we are all under the influence of this collective mind. That's why the same conflicts happen again and again. In all times, in all places, and to all people.
This is an interesting thing to bring into the mix. I mean, in a world like this, it would make sense that something like it would actually exist in reality. Especially with arcane magics and stuff existing, which is an actual existing force, and that leaking into the world and maybe mixing and mingling, and on a level that is unseen, creating a realm beyond the whale.
We can't force back the tide, but what if we found a new way to change the ocean itself? Fill it with a new nature, one of peace and equality. Even one tiny drop of new thought could make a world of difference. What we're trying to do is find some way to practically influence the collective unconscious, to create real and lasting change for everyone.
My dear, if that place is real, in your world, and someone who is not of such good intentions gets their hands on that thing, or manages to somehow influence it, the damage that could be done to subconsciously done to humanity as a whole would be crazy.
I believe, truly I believe, it could do more to save us than any law or reform ever could.
That is a thing that should just be left alone, if it actually exists. Good intentions or bad, doesn't matter. Adele scratches her head. She has no such lofty ambitions, nor any intention of changing anyone.
So you want to control everyone's minds?
Yeah, exactly what I was trying to say. If someone would have actually access to a place like this, consciously have access to it and be able to manipulate it, it's literally, at that point, it's literally just mind controlling the human race through a layer in another dimension that everybody's just kind of connected to. That is dangerous. And it doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person, that is just dangerous.
What? No. We still want people to think for themselves. We just want to change how they think.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
If we can plant a more hopeful vision into the collective unconscious, we could sow the seeds for a better future for all.
This is one of those times the intentions behind this are good, but the end result could be catastrophic.
Like how Victor Hugo wrote his dreams into his books, and they reached every reader in France. Only we're doing it in a more controlled, systematic way than simply telling stories.
What about Vincent? He seems the furthest thing from control. Loyalty to l'Empereur aside. Are you sure this research is safe?
Truthfully, I wouldn't say it's entirely without risk. The collective unconscious is a sea of primordial images formed into cultural motifs and symbols. The more popular that symbol is, or the more often a theme occurs across cultures, the more powerful it's said to be in our collective unconscious. Take Napoleon, our conquering hero king and cultural symbol. Vincent? Well, he's always admired him, so perhaps that made him more susceptible.
Admiring Napoleon? Oh boy.
We're working in the mind, so it's understandable that there might be some unforeseen effects. I fear Vincent may not be the last to suffer like this until we find a safer way to proceed.
Popular symbols, recurring themes, mental distress.
Yeah. The lady that literally keeled over in front of you. Adele pauses as a thought strikes her.
They have awakened from their centuries-long slumber, bringing torment upon us. We have called them forth. We have set loose this horror.
Yeah, that would be another thing. If that place actually exists, and there are potentially some kind of creatures living in that same subconscious space as well, that are feeding on the energies of this unconscious realm, letting them loose into reality sounds like a very bad idea.
Like the beasts of Gévaudan?
She repeats what she heard back at the divination salon.
That old legend. But why would the beasts of Gévaudan be... Wait, you might actually be onto something.
Yeah, what if they're real and they're just living in this subconscious realm and they're, surviving and eating the energies that are present in their nice little pastime, but now someone opens the door into reality and they're like, ooh, there's the source of our food. We don't need to lick the energy of someone's brain thoughts leaking over here. We can just nibble on the juicy brain itself. Num 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 num.
As the rumors about the beasts have spread, it has gained a new identity in our collective unconsciousness, planting the seeds of terror inside just about everyone.
This could also be a very good thing. It could also be that people have started thinking about it collectively, and collectively created these things.
Formidable!
Her friend leaps up from the table, dives for her notebook, and starts scribbling frantically.
Merci, Adele. You truly are my very own academic muse. I must take another visit to the Danse Macabre mural. It may play a part in all of this.
The Dance Macabre mural, okay.
I'll buy you one of those good luck necklaces when I publish my paper.
Then you'd better make sure it's chic. I'll want to wear it every day.
When it comes to her research, her friend's enthusiasm is irrepressible. Adele has long since grown used to it.
So, what comes next?
It's only a thought for now. One I must keep to myself. But you'll be the first to know when it's confirmed. I swear, you, and indeed the whole world, will be shocked. You know, and please don't laugh. Sometimes I feel like an adventurer too. Hunting for hidden treasures with my pen and paper. I suppose what I do isn't all too different from your parents after all.
Yeah.
Do excuse, Adele. That was inconsiderate of me. I got carried away.
You can find better role models than my parents, Leah. I got another letter from them the other day. C'est toujours pareil. A mind sure to bring amazing profits and something about a mural.
Go on.
So you do read their letters. They sound exciting, don't you think? You know how much I love adventure stories.
Her friend's sudden burst of energy makes Adele both amused and helpless.
That you do. Sometimes I think you're more of a tavernier than I'll ever be.
I suppose I have always thought of you as a sister. Anyway, enough about that. Where are you taking your client tomorrow?
To Rue de la Paix. There's a crystal parlor we're going to visit.
Okay, let me hear this. How did I say this name?
Because of what that diviner told you? You must be the master of your own will, Adele. Don't let your subconscious make all the decisions.
Yeah, but money. Anyway, Rue de...
To Rue de la Paix. There's a
Pay? Is it just pay?
To Rue de la Paix. There's...
It's almost sounding like she's saying play. Okay, pay, I guess.
Whatever you say, Madame Professor.
I mean it. So many things in life are stirred up from the depths of our minds.
These two are very wholesome friends. Ooh, what was that? There's never an end to the things old friends have to say. They talk until the stars have claimed the night sky.
Sissi, dis-moi. Tu crois vraiment au destin?
Tell me, do you really think there's such a thing as fate?
Sissi? Celia?
Did you fall asleep? Her friend drifts off to sleep, wandering to some dream not yet connected to Adele's, in that sea of collective unconscious.
Bon. Bonne nuit, cher ami. Que demain nous bonne chance à toutes les deux.
Good night, dear friend. May tomorrow bring good luck to both of us. These two are very cute. And now we're back to the interrogation.
It was on the following day that you paid a visit to Beryl Pulls' Parlor of Crystals?
You know, now that I think about this, this interrogation scene taking place probably after whatever events transpired in this story, or maybe not even completely through it, but and we have the collective unconscious in the mix as well. This is just Persona 5 right now. Anyway.
Correct.
And there, you have another, what did you call it? Unusual divination.
Beryl Pulls had foreseen my visit long before I arrived, just as she had foreseen all that came afterward.
Alright, interesting. Beryl just flexing her divination skills. Oh, we have a star this time. Arcanist Observer Journal. The results reflect the opinion of the majority, but does truth belong instead with the few? Okay, flip through the magazine. Welcome to Paris! In a recent report, Paris was named the most preferred city for Arcanists seeking residence. Ah, interesting. Respondents Note that living in a metropolis dominated by humans is no easy feat. Arcane skills, whether deliberate or incidental, often disrupt established social norms, inevitably creating confusion and conflict. Yet Paris, long known for its inclusivity toward people of many diverse backgrounds and traditions, stands apart. Parisian salons have come to regard arcane skills as a kind of marvelous and romantic art, and arcanists are frequently welcomed as guests of honor. To humans, Paris is a cradle of art, to arcanists, a heaven of creativity. Reports indicate that several renowned arcane product entrepreneurs have opened new branches in Paris this year, their trust in the city drawing increased attention. The historic capital continues to attract arcanum talent and resources from across Europe. While human concerns about the spread of arcanum persist, many believe that more cities will soon follow in Paris's footsteps. From the Arcanist Observer Journal. Huh, very interesting, huh? So Paris is kind of like almost like a safe haven and a city that includes Arcanists into the mix, like it's like they're just normal people. Well, yeah, like we've seen in most places, Arcanists are well, they're being treated specifically, right? Okay. What's next? Light that illuminates all. Well, that's a sentence. It burns so bright that its radiance evaporates everything, including your ego. Alright, time to meet Beryl. Also, I might be misremembering, but isn't... Okay, they're at the salon. Isn't light that illuminates all a battle quote from someone out of this game? Unless I'm misremembering, it's definitely a battle quote from somewhere, from someone saying it or calling it out when they do stuff. Anyway, a dizzying crowd has filled. Oh my god, Place Vendôme? Probably not, but anyway, flowing in from every direction. The young driver leans against her car door, kicking at a small stone while watching the passerby.
Tomorrow? She never said the time. She's not planning to keep me waiting until the evening, is she? Or has she already gone in?
Maybe. She turns her head. The ornate carved door of the Parle of Crystals is shut and shuttered, just as it was a few hours ago.
Should I knock again? Someone must be in at this hour. Bonjour!
This time the door opens the very moment she knocks. But once it does, all she can see is the dim corridor ahead.
Ah, finally. Perhaps they didn't hear me knocking before? Hello? Right. I suppose I'll just let myself in.
She steps inside, but the very instant her foot touches the floor, the last trace of light vanishes. The tiny dragon's flame barely lights the way, its tail swishing weakly.
They could at least leave a light on for the customers. Hello? Anyone here? I think my friend arrived before me. She's about this tall, just enough to always be looking down her nose at you.
That is a way to describe her. Fits. Adele reaches out along the wall, feeling her way forward from memory.
What is it, Fufu?
Following the dragon's upward gaze, she spots a few faint, translucent figures with pointed ears. Oh, these things.
Sprites, of course. Where else would they be, if not in a diviner's parlor?
Did I just skip something? No, okay. I thought I misclicked.
Let me be clear. I don't care what kind of mischief you're up to in here. Just don't let it involve me.
Holy shit. Yeah? Oh, we're doing combat. That's why it was lingering. Tiny little divination sprites, yeah. Alright, sprite chasing after lights and fragrance. They are sly and agile. Defense is well nigh impossible for them. They will do anything to defend the spice box stolen from you. Farewell party to boulders? Slingshot prank. Terrifying trick. Yay!
Greetings.
Also, the giant hanging crystal in the back is very interesting. Alright, well, time to deal with these. These sprites shriek, batting at the harmless flames licking their bodies. Even if they can't be burned, the fright is real enough.
Huh. Not so funny when the joke's on you, huh? Now, lead on. Bring me to the owner of this place. Understood?
Panic. Ignoring what sounds like their tiny, frustrated protests, she follows these sprites to a door, each one of them slipping inside of her through the glowing crack. She pushes it wide open. Holy hell, special animation for this as well. Parlor of crystals. The room looks as if it were woven from a million scattered threads of light. The thought crosses Adele's mind as she takes in the transparent, shimmering crystals around her, the reflections gilding the dust in the air. Here, every breath she takes seems to take in some of the shimmering light, almost like she is devouring the very spirit of the crystals.
How pretty. Never seen a parlor quite like this. The way these crystals are displayed, it feels like they're not meant for sale or for exhibition.
She breathes as softly and shallowly as she can, attempting to blend into the light.
Is it the lighting that's giving them such an otherworldly glow? Or maybe
there's some arcanum on top of it.
Perhaps you are thinking of the Sephiroth. When captured, they may be manifested through crystals.
Sorry. Repercussions of my bullshit.
Some believe it is through these Sephiroth that the Creator formed our world. Without them, the divinity is incomplete. The 10 Sephiroth, the astral light, the flames of the fire which burned in the bush, the glowing stream which flows from the tree of life, the numerals, spheres, Enos, and all aspects of reality.
Very pretty. A peek into Matilda's future. Very, very pretty. Okay, what was the sentence I skipped because I was giggling at my own bullshit? A voice echoes from afar, bright, clear, like the sound of gentle tapping on a glass pane.
Ah, then you must be Madame Beryl Pulls?
The shop's owner smiles and nods. No further explanation is needed. Anyone who's seen her would know exactly who she is. She looks so young as well. Holy shit. She extends her hand, brushing a softly glowing pendulum with her fingertips.
Through certain objects and rituals, or by gnosis gifted at birth, we may catch a glimpse of a splendor that is not of this world.
Gnosis. That's a word to bring into the mix. Also, good God, I never realized this while looking at the menu picture of her, but even her eyes look like the crystals that are like adorning the edges of her dress.
These crystals are one such object. In their reflection, we are shown the hidden secrets of the archive of imagery.
The archive of imagery? Her voice soothes Adele's nerves. though it comes out so softly that she struggles to register the meaning.
Madame, did you...
I am pleased that you have made your way here, Madame Tavernier. That door was left open just for you.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Okay. More crystals. Sitting room, parlor of crystals. Her teacup exudes the calming floral scent of... oh Jesus, how do you read that again? Darjeeling with each bite of Madeleine cake. Her remaining tension melts along with the buttery richness.
So, I'm the first one here. I see. And you were at Madame Raymond's salon the other day to retrieve your crystals?
Indeed, I was. I have been occupied in business overseas and neglected the security of this parlor.
In business overseas, okay. Okay, I don't know if this is connecting right now to the last time I ever heard something about her, which story was that again? Where Matilda came home, the door was open, and I think her mother was missing or something. I don't know if this is taking place after that or before that. But anyway.
Someone has been taking my defective crystals and pawning them off to other diviners. Few are able to detect their flaws, but, minute as they are, they render them hazardous for ritual use. I must act before any further harm is done.
She looks toward Adele, her expression softer still, sweeter still, despite her words of caution.
For that, I owe you my thanks, Madame Tavernier. You showed courage that day, in your words and actions.
Yeah?
Just Adele will do. And there's really no need to thank me. Truth be told, I probably wouldn't have interfered if the diviner hadn't tried to make a fool of me.
Ah, those words still bother you, do they not?
No, not at all. I don't take things like that seriously, you know? After all, fate, it's just a matter of belief, isn't it?
Yeah.
You do not believe, yet you cannot seem to put it out of mind. Is that so?
Ha! Please, madame. You aren't about to start with the prophecies like all the others, are you?
She raises her cup again and reclines against the chair.
Forgive me. It's not that I think all diviners are liars. It's just that it's hard to believe that fate is shaped by any kind of higher power. It seems just as likely to me that most divinations are simply self-fulfilling prophecies. And whether they be from a higher power or a crystal ball, I won't let prophecies dictate my life. If I have a fate, some road I'm destined to travel, then I will first go as far as I can down every other road until it's the only option I have left. There's still so much I want to do.
But the woman only laughs, not with mocking laughter, but with something like genuine delight at her words.
Fate, dear, is a universal law, the cause and effect of all events. Just as the path of light through a crystal may be predicted to find its refraction, one road inevitably leads to another. While some believe our paths to be unpredictable, others see them as written, from beginning to end. But there is little use in searching for meaning in such a thing as fate. My reading foresaw your coming today, and here you are. The light passes through the crystal and falls as it must, as it ever was to be.
You knew I'd come? Then, what about my friend?
I saw only you.
She's gonna arrive at the shop, she's gonna be pissed off because she's gonna be waiting outside. You better get like 3 boxes of macarons.
Zut! She didn't even bother to come. What is she thinking?
Adele mumbles in confusion, but Beryl has already moved along to the next question.
You came here only to find your friend.
Well, yes, you could say that.
Beryl's eyes track away, gazing out, distant and unfocused, as if she wasn't aware of the person in front of her at all.
There is something more. A question. Not about the truth of fate, but of how you might act upon it. The curse in your family. Or as some may call it, the path of the Tavernier. You wonder whether it is your time to walk it, do you not?
Yeah.
The call must be answered. Walk with the wise, but beware their words. Beware the gaping abyss of death. What lies below shall reflect what lies above. One shall ascend, but all must be paid. All must return. All must restore.
How come every diviner I meet these days seems to know about that curse? Is obscure jewel lore really so popular in this city?
Maybe it's the collective unconscious? Adele says it like a joke. That's how she always treats the subject. Mockery felt better to her than fear. Beryl only nods in reply.
Madame Raymond foresaw the future, but she peeked too far, and for that, paid dearly.
You mean?
She still doesn't want to hear that kind of answer.
No. Please tell me you're just teasing me. You're saying that it wasn't her fear of the beast of Gévaudan that killed her, but what she saw in my future?
Please, Adele, allow me to finish.
Beryl shakes her head. Somehow, just that gesture alone is enough to lift her heart. Only for her next words to put it right back into a vice grip.
The fate she saw was not entirely yours. There is a shadow which lingers on you.
Uh-huh.
In a way, it is true. You are indeed cursed.
Uh-huh. Beryl just casually comes along. Yeah, the curse is real. But it's a different curse. Oh, we're continuing with the conscious, okay. Well, let's see.
I saw doubt on Mademoiselle Brum's face. As a diviner, you encounter that look more often than people think.
This is very funny. Two different people in this story are now telling the story from the perspective of the future. Like, we have Adele in the interrogation room recounting what happened to the vigil, while Beryl here is talking to presumably Vertin and recounting what happened in Paris. Very funny.
Some have called me a schemer, a fraud, as the Vigile Bureau did. Perhaps they are watching me even now, listening into our very conversation. Some were frightened by what I could see, but kept coming back to sate their own curiosity. Some showed nothing but disdain. Not for me, but for the very idea of a predetermined future. I admired their courage. Broom was not any of these. She was a fourth kind. One who tries to ignore the prophecy, but in doing so, only finds herself carried further into its stream.
Uh-huh. The Vigil Bureau? What kind am I, then? That's an interesting question to ask. Sure, let's go with that.
An excellent question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Someone who walks between eras and through the storms. What is your view on fate? Few people can imagine the nature of your position. No more than 3, I would wager. and I wish I could say I was one of them. Alas, I am but a puppet dangling at the end of fate's thread. My limited vision cages my imagination, though I may still see a little more than most people. I cannot do as I was meant to.
Your hands are tied. Is that what you're saying?
I have lived long enough to know better than to act against fate. Though, in fact, what I would have done differs very little from what I was meant to do. What do you think? Is it perhaps fate that determined my personality? Or my personality determining my fate?
Okay, ma'am, we're getting very philosophical there. Okay. Is it perhaps fate that determined my personality, or my personality determining my fate? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. Midnight Cafe. Open only to those who haunt the hidden edges of night. And that's another battle stage, okay? Oh, hi.
All things carry energy, and we are much more perceptive to it than we think. Now, I would ask that you concentrate on the subtle changes around you. You will sense it. You simply need to feel.
Bien sûr, I'll try.
Tell me, Adele, which of these crystals draws you the most?
Uh-huh. Adele stares at the tray. Rows of crystals line up neatly, dazzling to the eye. After a few steady breaths, she reaches toward the third crystal from the end of the second row.
Maybe this one.
I was about to say, we better get to see them. Okay. A brownish, orangish crystal. I will not lie, this just looks like Originium. This just looks like a pure form of Originium. Please don't touch that thing, you don't want rock cancer. The brown crystal. Mysterious, sacred. Its smoke frozen within.
A smoky quartz from Brazil. Very good. This crystal turns negative energy positive. It is a peace bringer, a banisher of the dangers that trouble one's soul. Now, close your eyes.
Right, now meditate on the crystal. Ooh, hi.
7 doubles, 7 portes, 7 en tout révèlent les séphirotes.
7 doubles, 7 gates, 7 in all reveal the Sephiroth. This game is really pushing me to do the stupid bit again.
Keep your breath steady and look into the darkness. Search for the light.
I see it. Only a soft glow. But it's there.
Take it.
How? Do I make it come to me? Or should I go towards it?
Her consciousness sinks or folds inward. Everything flows through her mind, pours back into her body, then bursts outward again. Oh, oops.
Adele, come on, wake up!
Huh? Oh, her eyes look empty right now, holy shit.
Wake up! Good heavens, how do you live like this?
Her employer?
Huh?
Yeah? She stands holding her head. The figure before her reaches out and flicks her forehead in anger.
Huh? Good morning, I think you meant to say. I've been looking all over for you, and here you are napping like a pampered cat.
Hi there.
You certainly know how to enjoy yourself, don't you? Abandoning me to take a doze in this cushy parlor. Felicien?
Where were you? I was waiting in the street for hours. You never turned up, so I had to... Where's Madame Boaniche? Beryl? She...
Words tumble on her tongue but refuse to form a sentence.
Still dreaming? Look around you. The parlor's already closed.
Adele scans the room. They're the only ones there.
You'd likely have woken up behind bars for trespassing if I hadn't come to collect you. Quelle honte. This place seems more tedious than I thought. Come on, get up. We still have time to look elsewhere.
Oh.
Very interesting, okay.
Of course. I'll fetch the car. It's by the back door.
No, not the car. I'd rather not get into that death trap for a while.
You turn it into a death trap. Felicien walks straight through the corridor, pushes open the main door, and takes Adele back into the street. Well, this feels spooky now. The night is pitch black and silent. The wide square and ever-lively riverbank are strangely deserted.
The street's totally empty. Where is everyone? Is there a curfew that I didn't know of? The street lamps are off. Huh. I don't even see lights on in any windows.
Are you perhaps in a collective unconscious right now?
What is wrong with you? Heaven's sake, it's a good thing I didn't let you behind the wheel. Look, is that not a light right over there?
The bright cafe glows amid the empty darkness. Clusters of flowers hang around its name, so thick they almost swallow the sign.
Is that Café de Flore? Do they really stay open so late? I suppose I've never checked.
I'm starving. Go see if they have any food. I'll wait outside.
She nudges Adele forward. The glass door swings open, and bright light spills out into the street. Flashbang! My eyes! Oh well, this is great. What the shit am I looking at? Hi. Aha. There's a guy in the top left with a fish for a head. The waiters are just like giant splotches of black ink. Everybody has a mandragora in their hands in front of me. Knives, coffee. There's a mummy. Someone with an axe in a head. Uh-huh. Okay. There's one that looks just like Pyramid Head in the top right. What the fuck? And a guy with a paper bag. What is this shit? Oh, I forgot to read. Sorry, I was distracted. Even this late, the cafe is near to bursting with life. Oh, you are definitely in the subconscious right now. Adele walks toward the counter, wondering who these patrons might be. Some left bank art group or theater folk fresh from rehearsal.
As I was saying, Georges Bataille is looking for executioners for his secret society. Executioners, that's right. Every one of the members would rather be sacrificed in the rituals than be the one to swing the axe.
Who would have thought? The norm breakers can't even bring themselves to commit violence. Is it a mercy or just selfish martyrdom?
Did you see the last performance at the Théâtre de Ganguinel? Jacques Chauvin has been the worst director I've ever seen.
Okay. Also, what the shit is also the guy behind the mummy guy? Okay.
He ruined all the gory scenes with his so-called theatrics. What is self-absorbed man? It's hardly a theater anymore, more like a circus.
I wanted to gasp at the sight of shattered bones and slit throat, not from sheer disappointment. Honestly, I miss the Apollo Maxa. Every death she brought to the stage was impeccable.
Okay.
Mademoiselle, I must confess, I'm confused.
You're saying that something will just pop into existence if everyone believes it exists?
Oh, this absolutely has to be the collective unconscious. There's her friend. Completely normal.
In a manner of speaking, yes. According to the studies we've been conducting, the answer may be hidden in our collective imagination.
Celia!
The name cuts through the air like a blade, slicing the animated canvas around them apart. Every sound in the hall vanishes, leaving only the scrape of her heels retreating against the floor. Well, this is spooky. I love how the mandragoras are with red eyes. What the shit is happening? All the customers turn toward her in unison, motionless, eyes locked on the intruder.
Adele, what a surprise! I thought you had no interest in my studies.
Are you gonna be the big bad of the story? Her friend slinks over to her. Adele holds a dumbfounded stare, completely unsure of what she's seeing. Yeah. She fixes on the darkness writhing behind Celia's back. The outlines of the customers melt away, replaced by fangs and fur.
You look pale. Come, sit with us and have a bite to eat. It won't take long.
Squelching sounds, Jesus Christ. Oh, good. Adele grabs her friend's wrist, yanking her close as they sprint for the glass door behind them.
We need to go. Celia.
You're hurting me. What's going on? Adele,
She glances back. Their faces are no longer recognizable. Mounds of dark flesh melt into a filthy, oozing slurry that drips into the surrounding dark. What's left of their human parts peels away, and a ghostly fire drifts upward around them. Yep, it's this thing. It's this thing that appeared when when the lady at the beginning was doing the divination and then keeled over and died. Whatever it is. What the hell? Beast of... Oh, it is! Beast of Gévaudan. Thermal imaging? Cold imaging? And thermal imaging. Okay, thermal... a creature that should only be found in legends. Whether it was once a legend or a fantasy, no one knows. But thermal imaging has proven it exists. Okay, the cold one, a creature that should only be found in legends. Whether it was once a legend or a fantasy, no one knows, but cold imaging has proven it exists. Okay. Imagination begets tremors, sacrifice, and dissolution. Imagination begins hesitation, sacrifice, and dissolution. Okay, pretty much the same thing. How do you guys look? You look absolutely goofy. What the shit are you? This is just a hodgepodge of stuff. Like a goat's sorta head with horns and a black... Ugh. Stupid tongue. What even are these frontal, like, hoof arms, whatever the shit? The tail is like a weird snake. Right, this is definitely something from the collective unconscious. Yep. Yep. Completely, absolutely, and nothing else. Oh, and break. Back into reality? Or just through the window.
The car. It's still in the alley. Celia, stay close. Felicien, run!
When she bursts through the door, the streets are empty. Adele finds herself actually hoping that Felicien stuck to her stubborn ways and she's already long gone. Oh, you look way more terrifying like this! Now this is way better than whatever the hell I was just fighting. Damn! What the hell are these chicken legs? Okay, that part is actually weird. That part is actually kind of funny and weird. The rest? Dope.
Go on ahead, Celia.
She tries to turn, intending to buy Celia a few more seconds to escape, but the roar of an engine drowns out even the beast's howl.
Get in!
Oh, this guy!
You... Wait, shouldn't you be in the hospital?
Yeah.
You can explain later. Celia, get in the car!
She yanks the car door open, shoves the dazed Celia inside, then jumps into the back seat.
Go! Go! Hit the gas!
Drive, 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 drive! Go, 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 go! Jesus Christ. Oh, what the hell? Now it's an eye? Uh-huh. An unremarkable witness report. All rumors, whispers, and tales. Every passerby keeps a few in their pockets. Inquire. Oh, really? This is it? Midnight Whimper. A hotel security guard says he often hears a woman's sorrowful voice during his nightly rounds. But whenever he investigates, he finds no trace of anyone hiding in the hallways or rooms. Yeah, this is a story. Oh, we're getting... Oh, hi. Intel folder. We're doing this again. It may be a rare kind of awakened. Mass screening of object is not recommended unless it makes a sound. It shouldn't right in front of you. Uh-huh. Okay, anything else to click on here? No. More intel waiting to be uncovered. Okay. Interesting. Okay, what else is in here? Okay, after completing subconscious tales. And nothing new in here. Alright. Sweet dreams, Caroline, I guess. Sweet dreams. Yes, it's your turn now. Another battle stage. Oh, cool perspective.
Are you alright?
Her friend nods, catching her breath, but Adele cannot help but notice how pale she is. Far too pale, beneath the yellowy glow of the street lamps.
Good. I knew you were tougher than that.
Adele exhales, leaning toward the window to see the shadows fade behind them into the night.
Even with twice the legs, they still couldn't outrun us. Monsieur Vincent, yes? We bumped into each other yesterday, remember? I appreciate the help. You came just in time. But... shouldn't you still be in a hospital bed?
He probably is.
Impossible n'est pas français. I was back on my feet in no time.
There is no impossible in French. Sure. The driver lets out two short, rough laughs and slams on the accelerator again.
Bravo, monsieur. Glad to see you're doing well.
Adele.
Her friend pats Adele's shoulder, but she doesn't notice.
Did you notice anyone waiting outside the cafe earlier, Vincent?
No.
Oh boy.
Adele, please. Something feels wrong.
Yep. Adele squeezes her hand, leaning forward closer to the driver's seat.
Those lipstick marks on your passenger window. Rude, wouldn't you say?
Uh-huh? Isn't this maybe your car? Also very interesting pictures, perspectives and everything. This is kind of cool.
People really need to learn where to put their lipstick these days, huh? Funny that you got the same message, in the same spot, with the same smudges.
Yep, there we go.
But I wiped it off yesterday. And how did it get here? Where did you get this car? Or is this even real? Am I in a dream?
Yeah, you're in the collective unconscious right now.
You're speaking nonsense, Adele. How could this not be real? Have you been sleeping all right?
Enough, Sissi. You're just a part of this nightmare like everything else.
Celia's eyes go wide. She's looking weaker by the moment, like a candle burning out the last of its wick. The car isn't moving forward or backward now. It seems to imply simply hang suspended in darkness. Her dragon climbs up the seat back and leaps onto Adele's shoulder.
Par le feu est purifié.
Alright. Break the nightmare. Under the flame's glare, the beast's fangs rip through the man's human shell. Ah, very nice. Another one. Immediately. Wow, this was fast. Well, this was fast. Okay, the Mad Driver is back, and... Oh, these look different. Flowing Spinal. A creature that should only be found in legends. Whether it was once a legend or a fantasy, no one knows, but its body resembling molten spinal proves it exists. Growable Spinal. The Polyhedral Cry. Flowing Blue Amber. Ah, interesting, even though it's kind of red. Anyway, whether it was once a legend or no one knows, but its body resembling molten blue amber proves it exists. Growable Blue Amber. The Okay, it's the same. It's the same thing. Alright.
There are many routes to travel, but only one destination. Won't be fooled.
Well, these things look disturbing. Well, that's better compared to the goofiness of the first batch. Okay. Okay.
Now is the time for repentance. The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Can I give everyone a ride on my back?
Well, that was
I
very...
can handle it this time.
That was very appropriate. The French gargoyle took out all the creatures. Breaking through glass again. The beast that once was Vincent leaps out the window, his twisted form swallowed up by the abyssal night. Adele's stomach twists. In the dark, she imagines fur, fangs, something larger, hungrier, draining blood from a fallen body. It had waited, starving, until now.
Adele? Adele! Adele!
You...
Before she can react, her dragon's tail coils around Celia's arm. The flame flares for a heartbeat no longer.
You really?
Celia seizes her hand.
Listen to me, Adele. I remember now. I know the truth about the beast of Gévaudan.
Oh?
Manus Vindicti cracked open the archive of imagery. That's what's been causing all the disappearances and madness. They're trying to destroy Paris.
Oh, this suddenly dropped. Okay.
Don't trust Roiseau and don't come looking for me. Take this.
Uh-huh. What the... Something cold drops into Adele's palm. She looks down, instantly recognizing the diamond now hanging from the necklace. A brilliance like that could never be matched. It was a legend, one that should be far beyond her reach.
What? Is this the French blue? But surely this isn't the real thing.
Yet everything she knows about her ancestral trade screams at her. It's inexorable. This jewel is authentic, but it's too sudden. Who would ever believe a treasure like that could just fall into their hands?
Just take it. There's so much more I want to say, but just remember this. The archive of imagery must stay closed.
Celia forces Adele's palm closed around it.
Destroy the stone.
Okay.
Celia!
Oh. We're still in daytime and we're still probably in front of Beryl.
Des ténèbres, la lumière.
From darkness, light. The heavy darkness in her mind lifts. Adele looks around, her temples throbbing.
Where am I?
Take a deep breath.
Soft couch, bright crystal lamp, gentle scent of incense, a diamond in her hand. Everything exactly as it was before the cleansing ritual. Even Beryl, sitting opposite, looks down at her from the very same pose she had been in before Adele closed her eyes.
Was I dreaming?
Not quite. You plunged into the depths of your mind and uncovered the shadow lurking within.
I saw them. The beasts of Gévaudan. At the Café de Flore. So, did we cast the beasts out of my mind then?
She freezes. The diamond in her hand, it had been a smoky quartz, but now...
Zut! This isn't the crystal I chose. This is the one Celia gave me. In the dream. The French blue. But how is this possible? Am I still asleep? Is this part of the dream too?
She hears her own voice trembling. Instinctively, she looks toward Beryl, the only one left who might be able to help her. But a glimmer of genuine confusion passes over Beryl's face.
You must be confused. There was no other crystal.
Oh?
That gem was already in your hand when you came in.
Oh. Huh? Oh. Huh? Huh? Ma'am? Okay. What the shit? Oh, this is going places. Weird places. Alright. What was this? Witness report. An unremarkable witness report. All rumors, whispers, yeah, inquire. Exotic mask. A homeless man claims he saw someone in a blind alley wearing a crab mask. The person appeared well dressed, not like someone living on the streets. The animated expression on the mask could change, as though the shell itself were the person's real face. Yeah? I wonder if this is gonna do anything at the end. Okay. Number 2. New information about this person can still be gathered. Someone who hides their tracks will not make themselves stand out, unless what they wear on their face is the more essential part of them. Aha. And this thing? Voices in debate. You're just about to enjoy your Mont Blanc and a rich cup of coffee when the argument at the next table gets louder. They're bothering you, sure, but one person's view doesn't strike you as the more reasonable one. Okay, and I guess we have quotes of the 4 people at the table. One must realize they were whole from the very beginning. A love is the part of yourself that got lost among humankind. A lover is the part of yourself. Those who withdraw from society are running from their responsibilities. There is no evil, only good that society has yet to recognize. Aha! That sounds like a cope one. That last one sounds like a massive cope. Buddy. Huh. They're bothering you, sure, but one person's view does strike you as the more reasonable one. So one strikes me as the more reasonable. One must realize they were whole from the very beginning. A lover is the part of yourself that got lost among humankind. I mean, I'm gonna go with... This is probably the most logical choice here. Those who withdraw from society are running from their responsibilities. I mean... Yeah, kind of retrieving into your shell. Not much different from exile. True. Okay. And now we're back in reality. Okay, I think this is gonna be a good place to stop here. I know it's getting interesting, but yeah. Interesting. We're dealing with quite a lot of interesting shit here. Okay. Oh yeah. First off, obviously I'm gonna be doing the polls here in a second, but yeah, the story so far is very interesting. I wonder where this is gonna lead to and everything. Also, by the way, just a question to everybody. Is this, oh my god, 124 days to finish what? Syndrome of Silence? Right, anyway, I did accidentally enter this, but didn't do anything, just looked at the tutorial that it was showing me. Is there any story with this gameplay mode? I'm presuming this is a new I think someone told me as well that this is a completely new gameplay thingy-majig that is going through here, whatever. So I'm just asking if there's any story to this. Even if there isn't, I'm probably gonna include just me dabbling through this in one of the, maybe even the very next episode when it comes to this. But just curious if there is any story. But yeah, anyway. Curious to what this is gonna be. Obviously Manus has to be in here, because why not? Of course they have to. Manus having control of humanity's collective unconscious is terrifying, to say the least. That is a terrifying thought. But okay, I like the characters of the story so far. Need to see more about Miss Buaniche Senior to see how she is as a character. So far, she's just kind of like very laid back. But we'll see. We'll see. The other two are very fun. I like the dynamic between the slightly laid back Adele and and Felician. Very fun. Very fun dynamic between the two of them. Alright, but Pulls. Right, I almost forgot to check her skills as well. Okay, so she's a DPS, extra action and lingering glow. Who are they pairing you with? Alright, okay, interesting. As per usual, I'm missing the healer, because for some reason I never pull 6-star healers. Her thing is from the shop, that's fine. With Isolde, huh? Fatutu, come on. Okay, really. Gonna have to find another replacement healer for for any team I put her on. Okay, this one I can put together. This seems like a fun team. Okay. So, oh boy, where to begin? Let's go in order with skills first. Well, this is simply looking. Nothing unexpected. The future arrives early through foresight, and that too was foreseen. Self-buff, gain 8 stacks of vision. The accumulation of lingering glow acquired to cast Destined Doom is reduced by 50. What the hell are these? -1 stack upon casting Destined Doom, undispellable. Lingering glow accumulates lingering glow whenever an enemy is inflicted with burn or halo. The fewer enemies there are, the more lingering glow is accumulated. Destined Doom. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? That's a mass attack. Okay, that's okay. That's so much. That's a lot to read to. Not right now. Thanks. Sorry. Debuff. Blaze through the lens. Infinite light rises from the void. We gaze in reverence until our eyes turn to crystals. One target attack, deal 500% mental damage. When attacking, if the target has less than 20 stacks of halo, or there is only one target present, inflict 10 stacks of halo on the target, otherwise inflict halo on another enemy equal to 50% of the target's stacks of halo. Okay, interesting on a boss, when there's just a boss to deal with. A shimmering night. Silence is her way of showing respect for suspense, foreshadowing and plot twists, and every detective novel ever written. Alright. Mass attack, 600% mental damage to all enemies before attacking, redistributes all enemies' halo stacks based on their current HP, up to Halo's stack limit. Okay. Oh yeah, this is just imprints. This is what I wanted to look at. Precognition accumulates lingering glow, mutually exclusive with Blood Teeth. Okay. Whenever an enemy is inflicted with burn or halo. When entering battle, if Vessel of Radiance is present, Beryl selects up to 2 emanation crystals and up to 2 of each type. For every 150 points of lingering glow accumulated after any allied action, Beryl casts Destined Doom 1 time. When entering battle, Beryl gains mirrored from above. Holy hell. Enhancement extra action attacks inflicts 1 stack of halo on the target. Actually casts attacks on inflict 2 stacks of halo on the target. Okay. Ranks 2 out of 3 incantations inflict half stacks of Halo on the target. Okay. Starting from round 2, at the start of the round, Beryl generates 1 precast incantation. Ah, from round 2. Okay. Critical rate plus 10% when entering battle. Okay. When entering battle, Beryl gains Moxie plus 1 and accumulates 20 points of Lingering Glow. At the end of the round, if there are at least 60 points of Lingering Glow, Beryl gains Moxie plus 1. Okay, gonna have to wrap my head around this, how it works and test it in battle, of course. Especially with, where was it? It was described here. When entering battle, if vessel... No, where was it written? Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, there it was. Beryl selects up to 2 emanation crystals and up to 2 of each type. Okay, this is the part I'm gonna have to look at in battle. Anyway, definitely interesting kit. Interesting kit. Alright, madam. Let's see if we can reunite you with your daughter in the suitcase. First tenor, let's go. Three 5 stars, why not? Okay, continuing. How many 10 pulls is it gonna take? Getting lucky with multiple 5 stars on the pulls. That's fun. And now Barbara appears, now that I actually... well, you're gonna see it in a moment, but from the free picks, I picked Barbara because I didn't have Barbara amongst the 5 stars. The last one, I think she was even... So now I got the first copy, great! Anyway. That's a dud. Skip that immediately. Next. I think I used my luck up in that in that free pull. Sorry, yeah, basically free pull on Enfield, immediately getting a 6 star on the first on the first 10 pull I did in that game. Okay, am I gonna go to pity? I think I'm gonna go to pity. Okay. There we go, yep. Well, now the big question, is it gonna be Beryl? It is. Very pretty.
Ah, the inside of the suitcase. A place Matilda has often spoken of. It is an honor to finally see it for myself. We have much to speak about, you and I. How fortunate that we have been granted the time to do so.
Very nice. She... well, if she speaks about the suitcase a lot, does she also speak about a certain redhead? And do you want to go and speak with a certain redhead? Also, very fun, very fun that that Beryl has quite less of a French accent than Matilda. Matilda's accent is super strong, but that could be because she's still young, of course. And I don't know if she like recently learned English or something in the story or lore, so it's still kind of very prevalent. But yeah, makes sense. But okay. Also, now that I think about it, does the limited banner even have the same system of if that you can lose the 50-50? I can't remember, considering it's the limited banner. I know this is separate from from the usual poll. But anyway, before I leave you guys off and say my final words for the story, here's the promise video from the beginning about the login stuff that you guys want to see. So hope it's gonna be entertaining. I don't know. Enjoy. Alright, well, this is verifying and probably gonna be downloading more resources afterwards anyway. What do you guys want me to react to? I kind of wonder. No one said anything outside of you should record yourself when you log in the next time into the game after the patch. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm in. I'm here. I'm ready. Hopefully the audio is gonna be fine. Usually I do a game audio check and mic audio check before I start. At least right now there is no music playing. But what could you guys want me to react to here? I do wonder. If it's the new pullable character, I mean, I've seen her on the background of the launcher. I know that her name is Beryl, but I don't know what else there could be unless there is some menu that pops up when when this is gonna launch. I guess we'll see in a minute. I'm just very curious what could what could constitute being asked so much to record myself while logging in. And yep, of course there is 2.7 gigabytes more data. Well, time to wait, drink coffee, and then see what happens. So what the fuck is this image? Excuse me, where's this from? Game? Did they add some new backgrounds from somewhere? I feel like I got spoiled on something just now. Usually I don't pay attention to these too much. What was that? Alright, loading. It's gonna be... Okay. Oh, we're back to this menu? Oh, we're back to the OG menu? Whoa, what? Why? I'm gonna be honest, I'm confused why, but sure. There's probably a reason. That threw me for a loop right now.
The cemetery wasn't all that scary.
Yes, my daughter, tell me sad stories. Okay, quickly click through everything, don't look at it, just get rid of the notifications cause OCD is gonna kick me in the nuts. Alright, and what else? Huh? What? Oh, they expanded this, I guess? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Maybe this was the reason I was supposed to record myself? Yeah, how does this work? Get a 6-star character from the standard pool that you don't already have for free. If you already have all the characters from the standard pool, you can select and get any standard pool. Okay. I don't have all of them. I would love a healer. I would love a second 6-star healer, please. Invite a guest. This will immediately invite a random 6-star character you do not own from the available pool. Sure. Zoop. Alright. Moment of truth. Is it a healer? Probably not. Oh, Kiperina!
We have something called a suitcase trick. We would put a suitcase down over a hidden trapdoor, and one by one we disappear into it. The audience loved it.
Oh, oops! I didn't.
Shadow of the sun.
I thought she was done.
Say that vampires
I didn't mean to interrupt her. What was she again? She was a yeah, shield support and dispeller. Oh yeah, she. Well, technically not healer, but from what I've experienced in the survey, those shields can be very potent. And support-wise, she was giving, oh my god, walls of text. Okay, I'm just gonna... I don't think I'm gonna read through all of that right now. Yeah, and debuff. Okay. I'm gonna look into that in another point. Anything else? Yes, hi. Interesting crystals. I think I know why you guys wanted me to react to this. If this is it. Is this? I don't remember her first name. What is this now? Our friend, a newly invited guest, whatever the case, a friend invites you at the Grand Carnival? Huh? Interesting music? Oh yeah, wait, I don't have Barbara. I don't have Barbara, I literally just remembered.
I'm Barbara, an editor at Autu magazine. It's an honor to join your team, Miss Vertin. May I take a look around?
Sure, you may snoop. Alright. Alright, log in. Anything else? Hold on, I need to check out this lady. Oh my god, so much claiming. Sure. Oh yeah, the costume. Right. Okay, sure. That is for later. Oh my god, even more shit. Okay. Yeah. I have forgotten how much stuff pops up at the beginning of these. Oh, what is this? Snapshot? Udimorium is now open? What the hell is that? And where is that? Udimorium is a sweet little home Musée 3 created specifically for the Udimos. What? Emerged from printed photos, the Udimos play merrily here. You can tap this to view various Udimos information and invite them to reside in this special place. You can also edit the background. Oh, and and the cute little structures too. Snapshot Udimorium features dynamic weather. Yeah, like an aquarium. Or yeah, similar. Whatever. The sun... Or, wait, what was... Vivarium, that's the word I'm looking for. Right. The sun rises and sets here. There are sunny days and there are rainy ones. You can adjust the designated idle time to enter idle mode under settings game. Okay. You can... when reaching the designated idle time on certain screens, the game will enter Snapshot Udimorium automatically. There are plenty of other intriguing details in Snapshot Udimorium, feel free to explore. Okay, so basically, yeah, invite them and take pictures with their little, like, animal counterparts. Okay. Why are you sad? There is no map here, I'm sorry. Okay, that is funny.
In winter,
I'm not gonna bother with that right now.
On the fields and peck at the crops.
Yes, my daughter. Hold on, I need to check something. I will definitely be pulling for this character. But, okay, DPS extraction, lingering glow. Is there anything else? Because I kind of wanna... want to kind of see something. Oh yeah, she's a limited, I just realized that. Right, she's a limited character. Carnival limited, yeah. Okay. Okay, very pretty music. I'm actually surprised that the trailer didn't play, I'll be quite honest. When I entered into...
if the night is the shadow of the sun,
this menu.
Then could we say that vampires...
Actually interesting that you go from this menu. Alright. Well, interesting. Interesting. Who is the anecdote in this patch? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think this is who I think it is. I'm very sure I'm gonna learn about this very quick in the story once I start actually recording. But that's probably her mom, isn't it? I was earlier looking at the crystal on her neck and the coloring of it. I was like, come on, right? Right? Probably. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be an interesting story. Oh, is that Cacania? Are we sending Cacania into... Are we sending a German into France? Interesting. Alright, anyway. I don't think there's anything else to react to unless I'm missing it. What is this? Well, like... What is this? Well, I guess I'm gonna go through this now, whatever this is. Miss Buanish's vision says the float has to be decorated with only the most simple and ordinary things. But royal crowns are usually made of gold. Unless this is some kind of riddle? Hi, Sonetto. Miss Selby, if we actually create a pure gold crown for our... Oh, no, right, this is gonna... No, wait, is that French? I don't know. La papesse? Papesse? I don't know. These two languages are foreign to me as much as they are. If we actually create a pure gold crown for our La papesse the foyer? Foyer? I don't know. Good God. French. Why? Anyway. That is the Timekeeper's float. Timekeeper's float?
I like it.
Then we'll have a Vertin float crushed into a blin cheek. Okay. In carnival tradition, La Papesse de Folie stands for a world turned upside down, rich and poor, noble and common, sacred and secular, and flipped around. So then we might be better off searching for materials that are the direct opposite of the conventional. Opposite? Look! What's it over there? What in the shit? A line of creators walks unsteadily by, balancing large pieces of flattened cardboard boxes on their heads. Without attracting any attention, the chief assistant collects a piece of cardboard. This could be exactly what we've been looking for.
Seriously?
Who was the last person that tried taking materials from these little guys? Was it Medicine Pocket? I do believe these creatures would happily trade with us if we can provide them with a sufficient amount of dust. The materials are secured, so the next step must be writing the coronation blessings on the crown. But I haven't any idea what to say. Maybe you can find the right words, Sonetto. Whoa. The chief assistant pulls out her glass fader, delicately twirling it over the cardboard as she thinks. Finally, she launches into a dance of auto-scrolling text. Finally, she launches into a dance of delicate strokes that begin to glow faintly as she raises her glass fader. I believe in you. Okay. What is this? Oh god, what? Okay. I didn't want to skip the cutscene. Oh, I see. There, I could have actually later watched as well. We'll leave this for later. Is there anything else while I still have the recording running that I need to see? That I need to grab? I don't know. I'm sure you guys will yell at me. Oh, we have the... Oh yeah, this is the... this is a double gramophone, right?
Is the shadow of the sun.
Oh yeah, or sorry, gramophone, jukebox. Right. Okay, Kakania stuff. Unlock the collector's edition grants. Right, yeah, thanks. Okay, cool. Yum. But I think that is pretty much it. Anyway, back to the normal video, I guess? Well, I hope that was entertaining. Again, I didn't really have too crazy of a reaction, outside of the sudden realization of who Beryl might be when it hit me. But hopefully that was fun. Me stumbling through the whole thing as well. But yeah, story is very interesting here. I do wonder where this is gonna lead to. I mean, the map does show the catacombs and everything, which is gonna be quite interesting to go into. Man, the catacombs below Paris are crazy. Good lord. Which also, now that I think about them, it also reminds me of that horror movie, the found footage horror movie called As Above, So Below, which was pretty decent, pretty tense, mostly because of how claustrophobic that thing felt, and makes sense. But yeah, the catacombs below Paris are crazy with all the skulls and everything. Good god. I know they also offer tours to go down there to see a certain portion of it as well. That'll be if I ever end up in Paris one day, that would be something I would love to see. as morbid as it is, that is definitely something that, like, needs to be seen. But yeah, anyway, this story is definitely fun, definitely interesting, and of course we have Malus Vindicta in the mix. And yeah, well, that's gonna be crazy interesting to see what the hell they are trying to do with human collective consciousness, which, well, do I even have to think about what they're trying to do? I think that is a self-explanatory answer, what they want to do with that. Boy, oh boy. Also, I do find it funny that 2 episodes in a row I somehow managed to pull off Final Fantasy VII references. In the last one I did it on my own, but this one here I feel like it was like it was forced upon me. Look, if you mention Sephiroth to me, yeah. And now I'm just reminded that I'm still waiting to see any kind of news from the third Final Fantasy remake game. They still haven't said anything. Squeenix? What is happening? Where is my Sephiroth? Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was entertaining and fun for you guys as well, and interesting, because this is definitely an interesting story. Definitely has seems to have more of a cohesion than than some other ones. But then again, considering this one is paired up with a limited character, I guess it makes sense. Plus, someone who is definitely, I would say, like a more important character to the lore, right? I mean, it's Beryl Pulls, right? But yeah, anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did so, please consider leaving a like. It would help out a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you want to support me more directly, memberships are open on the channel. And as I always say, no video will be behind a membership. So thank you all for the support. And I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are. This speech is escaping me right now. I've been talking too much for the last couple of days. So I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.